What's up, everyone? This is Goldilocks, former TNA Backstage interviewer, manager, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Thanks for being here.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 44 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr. With me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. Dallas, last week, Raven did not achieve his destiny. I was pretty bummed out about it. How about you?
Yeah, I think it was a good show. A lot of build-up, but I think it's one of the biggest mistakes that the company has made. I think it was extremely disappointing, but we just got to move on. And Jeff Jarrett's our NWA champion, and I feel like he's probably going to be that way for our foreseeable future.
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying that it was a good overall show, but it probably would have gone down as maybe one of our favorite shows if Raven would have just won the damn match.
Well, not only that, I think it could have gone down as just like one of the biggest shows. Like when you looked at wrestling history, I feel like you could see Raven beating Jarrett at the show that had 3 months of build up, but instead it's like, oh, Jarrett just won again.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sure in Jarrett's brain, he was probably thinking that, if I were to win, it's a bigger moment because I overcome this enormous challenge. Because, going into it, Jarrett probably is seen as an underdog.
I could understand that. And I think that's an interesting take on it. Unfortunately, I don't think Jarrett realizes how much he gets shoved down people's throats. I mean, it was in 95, was again in 2000, and even before that. And here we are again, 2003. It's the same shit happening again.
Yeah. See, now these are the type of questions that I hope are asked on the My World podcast.
Yeah, well, I was just going to mention that, of course, obviously we have no fucking connection with them, but how awesome is it going to be that Conrad has this podcast with Jarrett, and I even just saw, as of recording, last night they posted, who's ready to talk about early NWA TNA? And fucking we are.
Yeah, right.
So I hope we're going to get answers, and there's no way they don't bring up this match with Raven at some point and ask, was it a mistake?
I mean, I'm sure Jarrett's going to be like, hindsight being 2020 or whatever. But again, I'm pretty sure Raven had the contract issue where it kind of prevented them from being confident enough to be like, hey, we'll put the world title on you. But again, I don't think he would be going anywhere.
Well, so hold that thought, because I do actually have some news in the Wrestling Observer that we will get to. And I was hoping that we had something to get off of there. So I do have some notes on that.
Good, because I remember I was like, hopefully Meltzer has something in regard to that. But this week for the May 7th weekly pay-per-view, the main storyline, I guess, here, or attraction, is the Anarchy in the Asylum match, which is essentially like a battle royal, I guess.
Yeah, it's like the Gauntlet for the Gold that they did on pay-per-view number 1, but falls count anywhere, which kind of is very odd to me. However, I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood for a battle royal this morning, so I think I'm kind of ready for it.
I don't hate Gauntlet for the Golds. I don't really hate, Royal Rumble style stuff anyway, because I feel, there's the countdown. It kind of goes by quick.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood for it today. And maybe it's like an easier show to kind of watch after being absolutely miserable that Raven didn't win. We can ease our way back in with essentially finding a new number 1 contender. So,
so speaking of which, who do you think coming into the show, who would you say is a favorite to win? Now, we don't know who's in it, of course.
No,
but
I didn't look at all.
If you had to guess, maybe what they're thinking of who would be in it or who's going to win it.
I don't know. It's really, really tough. My gut says like switch back to Styles to like go for the title again. But like I don't know how you can do that while he's still like feuding with Sex and now teaming up with D'Lo. D'Lo already got his shot. I
Right.
feel like we need to bring someone either back in or someone new's got to come in and challenge him.
So I was thinking about this before we got on, and I think that it's going to be a different challenger. And there's two things I could see potentially happening here. Well, I guess three. So they've been kind of really been featuring Conan and Ron Killings for this whole racial thing.
Yep.
So I think Conan could be a potential challenger here.
Oh, I like that idea. I think that's a really good idea.
Because I mean, Ron's already, they've already done their matches, and you want to, freshen up probably a little bit. Or I would go with Sonny Siaki.
I think that could be fun, and I think that's almost something he needs. Because after he had a kind of a flop of an X Division title run, I feel like he kind of got lost again. So that might kind of push him back up and kind of do something a little interesting.
Yeah. What if they were to have Jarrett feud with like the New Church? Because it happened in WCW. But what about like a Jarrett Mike Awesome match?
I think that'd be cool. I think a New Church feud would actually be pretty interesting because, well, you got multiple guys. I feel like James Mitchell, obviously carrying the promos with Jarrett and stuff, could be really interesting. And I think we'd get a lot more of the similar idea of like, oh, let's tie up Jarrett and just beat the shit out of him and like fucking pour blood on him if we want, or like weird shit. And I think that could get really interesting as well. And not that I want him to do it, but Jarrett has multiple guys he can go through before he gets to, let's say, Mike Awesome as the final one, or even if it was Brian Lee.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I could see that working really well, and that could give us that, not necessarily 3 months of build, but we could get a longer build to the match with that, having a group of guys like that, I think.
Yeah, Mike Awesome would just have to improve his conditioning and not get blown up after 2 minutes of wrestling.
Or, concuss himself about a minute into the match and like barely be able to finish and that kind of stuff.
That would probably help as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can just do the quick rundown from last week here. Once I get it here. So there was a tag team 4 corners match, which featured Justin Credible and Perry Saturn defeating America's Most Wanted, the New Church, which was Lee and Slash, and the Harris Brothers. I would presume that will lead to maybe a tag team title match, but who knows?
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn defeated Christopher Daniels. AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown were successful in a tag team match against David Young and Sonny Siaki. Chris Sabin won a 4-way elimination match, which featured Jason Cross, Jimmy Rave, and Shark Boy. The Amazing Red won the NWA X Division Championship when he defeated Kid Cash. And of course, in the main event, Jeff Jarrett retained the NWA World title, preventing Raven from reaching his destiny. So yeah, that is kind of how that played out.
Yeah, that was our show last week. Lots of fun. Now, actually, a pretty interesting thing here. I guess it's time we can kind of transition into our notes. So this is the first time in a very, very long time. Like, I'm talking probably since before Pay-Per-View 10. I can't remember exactly when it switched, but that the poll was in the like traditional style that he does like pay-per-views in the Observer. So it says like NWA-TNA Pay-Per-View poll, and then he lists it. He has been recently kind of just putting it into a paragraph. So like, let's say when the WWE would do like WrestleMania, it's like broken out. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, best match, worst match. Well, this was such a big show and got such a big response. It's like that again. So it was much easier to find and kind of digest this week. And this is all from the May 12th, 2003 Wrestling Observer. So we obviously gave the show a thumbs up. We liked the show. What do you think that the readers of the Observer thought?
I'm gonna say they went with thumbs in the middle.
So they actually gave it a thumbs up.
Okay.
So 74% of people gave it a thumbs up. And that is I'm gonna give you the numbers this week because it's not like 20. 108 people gave it a thumbs up. 24
Oh, wow.
24 people gave it a thumbs down with 16.4%, and 14 gave it a thumbs in the middle with 9.6%. As far as the best match goes, what would you think that the readers thought about that?
Well, it's tough. I mean, it's a really good question. I'm gonna say they went with Jarrett and Raven.
They did, yeah. It was pretty close though. Jarrett and Raven got 44 votes, but Jerry Lynn and Christopher Daniels got 36 votes. In third place, this is how much this is broken down. We got third and fourth places. In third place, Styles and Brown versus Siaki and Young got 20, and then Kid Cash and Amazing Red got 10 for the best match poll. Now, as far as the worst match, I feel like this might be a fairly easy pick looking at the card, but what do you think got voted for that?
I guess the tag team match, the Four Corners.
Yeah, it was the four-way tag match with 31 votes. But then in second place was Styles and Brown versus Siaki and Young. Kid Cash and Amazing Red got 14 votes. Jarrett and Raven got 12 votes. And then Saban, Cross, Rave, and Shark Boy got 11 votes.
Well, those votes for Raven and Jarrett were strictly for the finish.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. But pretty interesting. So let's get into some new news. We'll kind of touch a little bit on last week. There's some pretty interesting stuff about what people were getting paid for some things. Backstage news about the show and the finish last week. So we got a lot to digest this week, and I think it's going to be some pretty interesting things. So just to get us started off here, Brian Hughes, who formerly ran TNN, was hired in a consultant role with the basic job description being he's supposed to get them a TV slot. As mentioned many times, the name of the game for both this group and the UFC, and for that matter, Pride, he says, is weekly, well-done television on a viable cable network. That is, without paying for the time, because I don't think any of the groups would be able to make enough to cover production and paying for the program itself pay-per-view revenue. Unlike other sports, the problem all three run into is that there aren't a lot of sponsors that are willing to jump aboard. Then he kind of touches base on like golf and tennis as some examples, but basically ends with TNA's wrestling. Enough said there, and he says it looks as though the April 30th show would be the company's first profitable show, and preliminary indications are the concept of building up a match for a month works so well that I'm guessing they're going to go with it from this point forward.
Well, I mean they promoted that far more than a month.
Yeah, it was literally almost 3 months to the day.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that's just not correct. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get a TV deal, you don't want to have to pay, like paying the network to run your stuff doesn't make a lot of sense to me. If you can't find something where, like, even if they're not even paying you for it, they're just covering the production costs or whatever, then it's not worth it.
Yeah, I think it's kind of silly.
Yeah, I mean,
especially if you're not making money.
Right. So, like, let's say they were to get on 2003, so WWE still on Spike. So let's say they got on FX or something, and they're like, "Yeah, you got to pay us $20,000 a week to air your stuff," which would maybe be $80,000 to $100,000 a month. If I'm TNA, I'm like, sure, this is probably potentially great exposure, but we're paying you, and then we're probably not getting any of the ad revenue from commercials.
Mm-hmm.
What is in it for us? And if you are thinking, well, you can do that, and then you can do a monthly pay-per-view, chances are it's not going to balance each other out.
I don't think so either.
So I would hold out until you find a situation where the network will at least cover, so that you're not losing anything, but you're not gaining anything. So it's just there, and you're trying to make all your money on pay-per-view. But if you have to pay to get on air, I would avoid that at all costs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, backstage at the show last week, there was a lot of commotion apparently because Raven's contract expired with the show. So Bob mentioned this last week. He just mentioned it earlier. And apparently he wouldn't sign a new one. Now, even when a short time frame was offered, he still wouldn't sign that. Now, it is believed that he's getting $1,000 per show and was asking for a raise to about $1,500, which would be what Dusty Rhodes is earning on those shows as well. It appears everything is either worked out or everyone is now on the same page because it was a huge issue at the show and it's considered a settled issue now. Now, the highest paid wrestler is Jeff Jarrett, although his duties are far deeper than just being the company's headline wrestler. Rhodes is believed to be the second highest paid. Now, when Sean Waltman and Scott Hall were in, they were making $2,000 each, although Hall made $7,500 at first when they were using the Health South money. Brian James was also making $2,000 at first, but agreed to that cut of $1,000 before he quit the promotion after he had agreed to a big cut. But then they turned down his father when he asked for the $50 a week raise. If you guys remember, Bob Armstrong wanted to go from $250 to $300, and they said no. So whether intentionally or coincidental, Raven's deal ran out the day of the show. He did prove with the right build-up that he's a drawing card because judging from the live crowd and the pay-per-view response, the revenue coming in on this show was probably way out. Maybe as much as $80,000 more than a usual week. Raven not signing a new deal had little or nothing to do with the finish of the Jarrett match, as Jarrett was going over via pinfall all along. Him not signing guaranteed that decision couldn't be changed, though, but it was virtually impossible it would have been. Also, just to add on to this about being a profitable show, he goes on to say that they drew their largest and hottest crowd for the show, which we mentioned, of course, was about 1,400, and turned away more than 1,100 people. No word on paid, other than it was believed to have been more than 700.
Wow. So this is what I would try to do. If you're going to have one show kind of be like your pay-per-view of all the pay-per-views, why not move that one show to a bigger venue?
They could have easily gone to a different venue for the show and drawn apparently well over 2,000 people.
I completely believe that.
And I bet you, so we have roughly it's said about half paid. I bet you a lot of those 1,100 people that were turned away were more than willing to pay if they needed to.
Oh, sure. Yeah. If Bob Ryder or somebody was like, in order to get in, it's, $20, $40, I'm probably like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Sure, I had this freebie thing, but yeah, if you're telling me in order to get in, I got to pay. I already drove down here. I want to see Raven Jarrett. Mm-hmm. Why not? I think Raven should also be paid higher than, it was 1,000 before. If he's not making at least the same as Dusty, Raven has more value than Dusty, I think.
I think on these TNA shows he does too. Obviously, Dusty's got the name value, but it's very clear since Raven stepped foot into the TNA Asylum, people were excited and then they wanted to see him.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And what's crazy, if you break it down, Raven would only be making $52,000 a year from TNA.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. That's such, wow. And then you have other guys making $300 or $400.
Well, yeah, and then you got people who want $50 raises, and they're like, "Well, I can't do that."
Right.
But you have to drive here for 7 hours to be our commissioner.
Right. So if he's making, let's say he is now making $1,500 on his indie bookings, he's got to be making at least $1,500 then, right?
I feel like that would make sense, right?
Because if you're getting that from your main promotion, you have to gain that at least that to show up to IWA Mid South in front of 40 people.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be something like that. I always find like what wrestlers would look charge for bookings very fascinating. Not necessarily because I'm going to judge if I agree with it or not. I just think it's really interesting to hear like, oh, Raven, he might be charging 1,500 to come to the show, where as this guy might be charging $5,000. I just think it's super interesting. And like, how do you determine? Is there a scale? Do you just like pick a number due to what you think you're worth? I just think it's super interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how that works either. All I know is that if I was in charge of the financials of a wrestling company, I'd be like Paul Heyman. I'd overspend on everybody because number one, I wouldn't want to insult anybody.
Well, that's the thing too.
You know, if I could get Jerry Lynn, right? Let's say realistically he's only asking for like 500 from other companies. I'd be like, Jerry, I'll give you $2,500. I'd be like the Andrew McManus.
Oh, there you go.
Where he's just like, I'll give you $10,000, Buff Bagwell. Just come over to England and have a couple of matches.
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'd be able to run one show. Like, Bob, you spent $100,000 on just the wrestlers alone, and you drew 100 people. And I'd like, what's wrong?
Yeah,
what did I do wrong?
Yeah, what do you mean? I'm not filing bankruptcy. Now, even though a lot of the readers really like the show, we like the show. Apparently, there were some people internally that were not thrilled with it, believing that the show that should have been a home run and that the matches were sloppy, and that with matches that looked better on paper than they turned out to be, which I sort of disagree with, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think there was some sloppy stuff.
I meant that I disagree with it looked better on paper than it turned out to be. I think a bunch of the matches I think some of them were better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
No, there was some sloppy stuff though. But Dave does say that it was still a good show overall because of the hot crowd. And then he goes on to say this, which I think is funny, which we pointed out during the show. He says, even if you see Jeremy Borash actually acting as a cheerleader, which is his actual role at the show, but is rarely visible on camera, which I pointed out. I mean, he was being absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, we've seen him a bunch of times.
Yeah, they've last week was definitely the worst, but we've noticed it before. He stands on chairs and like,
yeah.
I mean, it happens a lot.
But you know what? I think he needs to do that because even as I've been doing like my 2004 written reviews now, that crowd can be fucking dead. Like, they will not respond to anything, even if what I think is maybe good. They'll just be very like whatever. And I think with the Tennessee crowd, and I'm not gonna even try to pretend that I'm some kind of like Tennessee fan wrestling expert, but it seems as if they respond a lot better to stuff when it's like blood and a hardcore type of wrestling. If it's high flying stuff, they'll like maybe pop for a second, but then it's like, okay, you did a flip off the top rope.
I think that's an interesting point to bring up. I'm curious watching forward to notice that more, but they do love the hardcore shit. Even when we're like, oh, here we go, they're brawling again. I mean, they love it. I mean, there's certainly, I think, some of the exhibition stuff that they like, but there's definitely times where they're like, why aren't they like more excited about this? Or there's like 4 people chanting TNA.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I get that though. Yeah. Now, Dave also says that apparently, and now I don't know the card, but most of the matches on this show were better than anything that was on Backlash in 2003, he said. So I don't know what the card for Backlash 2003 was, but...
That's what Dave said?
Yeah.
Well, Backlash 2003 would have featured Goldberg and Rock.
Well, apparently...
I know that.
Pay-per-view number 43 was better.
I don't know if I would believe that. Let me see here real quick on the good old Wikipedia. So Backlash happened 3 days before.
Oh, wow.
That pay-per-view. So that had Team Angle, which was Haas and Benjamin against Chavo and Eddie. That was probably good. Sean O'Hare against defeating Rikishi. Kane and RVD defeating Dudley Boys. Jazz defeating Trish. Big Show defeating Rey Mysterio, and that was when he put Rey on a stretcher, I think, and slammed him against the post. Or at least a lead into that. I don't know exactly when. Brock Lesnar defeating John Cena. That's like way before Cena took off. Triple H, Flair, and Jericho defeating Nash, Michaels, and Booker T, and then Goldberg and Rock. I would have to think that Backlash probably was a little better.
It doesn't sound bad. I should have looked it up just to bounce off of that too, but yeah.
I'll have to watch it.
I know. Now I'm gonna have to too. So this is a fun little note here on the Jarrett Raven match, is that apparently, I didn't count at the time, but 13 different people interfered in the match.
I believe that.
So we had Alexis Lurie, Julio De Niro, Sandman, Just Incredible, Sabu, Perry Saturn, New Jack, Mike Awesome, Brian Lee, Slash, Mike Sanders, and the Harris Brothers. Mm-hmm. Also, apparently Sabu came in with a torn bicep and everything, and apparently was well, we know he's a surprise, but it wasn't finalized until the day of the show. And of course, the lights went out, and then it came on. He was there for about 2 seconds, and he left. I mean, he kind of goes through the whole match, like, of what happened. Even talking about, Jarrett's arms behind his back, and all that kind of stuff. And then he says, then came the bad part. Of course, now we know what happened, is that Bill Behrens brought out a key to the handcuffs that Jarrett was handcuffed in. He says why Behrens would have a key to Team ECW's handcuffs was actually attempted to be explained. They said Behrens had the universal key. Anyways, they needed to go to another universe because Ref Rudy Charles couldn't make it work. Raven then got the key and also couldn't make it work for a long time. Now, this is where the crowd being so hot saved the match, he says, because if this was WWE, it would be considered a time standing still moment and a total embarrassment. Raven finally uncuffed Jarrett and DDT'd him when Jarrett kicked out, and he said, this just came off too silly.
Yeah, okay. So Bill Behrens is just hanging out with a universal handcuff key in his pocket at all times?
Yeah, that's like the funny thing. It's like, what?
Just in case somebody gets handcuffed, guys, don't worry. I got it. I got a universal key.
I got it right here.
Nothing to worry about. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that is funny.
Funny shit. Well, because even they said it on commentary. Bill Behrens brought down the key. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Where did he get a key from?
Well, and the handcuff thing kind of reminds me of the Royal Rumble, I think, right, this year with Reigns and Owens.
Oh yeah, dude, that was bad. They couldn't get him off, and then he was like, technically, it was the last man standing.
He was gonna get counted out.
The ref stopped counting, and it was just like, but Roman kind of got his feet up enough to then make it okay, they stopped the count. But that was really, really bad.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
But yeah, I mean, similar thing. Although we noticed it, oh look, they can't get him out. It's an interesting point because I don't necessarily think it killed anything in the match. Instead, what killed it was, him kicking out of the Raven effect and then just picking him up and giving him the stroke and then just winning the match.
How interested would you be in a Sabu Jeff Jarrett match?
I'd be very interested to see those two go at it because I think that they have a very big style clash.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
two different things.
I'm down for it. I think that'd be actually. I could see that being a potential challenger coming up. He was the surprise. I mean, obviously, not everyone who interfered is going to get a shot, but I think that since he was the big one, the big surprise, that could be interesting.
I could see them having a chairs match.
Yeah, why not?
Jeff Jarrett seems to love to hit people over the head with it, and Sabu was always jumping off of them and stuff. So.
That's a good point. Why not?
It wouldn't be that.
I see. You know who really? I just thought about this. Who should really be getting a shot at Jeff Jarrett is Alexis Lurie. I mean, she was getting the crap beat out of her a couple weeks ago by Jarrett.
That's true.
I think if anyone deserves a shot at the title, it's her.
You know what? From a storyline perspective, that's why I wish Russo was still with the group because Russo would do something like that, where he'd be like. Tonight, Jeff Jarrett, bro, it's you and Alexis Lurie, bro. And now, of course, there'd be 8 people interviewing or whatever. But I think I would be intrigued to see that because of the ridiculous abuse that he put on her backstage.
Well, it'd be what? Okay, we got to see this.
Yeah. I would actually be fine with that.
Yeah.
From a storyline perspective.
Oh, I think so too. It said here that there were almost as many fans rooting for Raven as Jarrett, and of course, the
Way
Raven fan.
more. That crowd was Raven.
I
80%.
I think so too. And then he says, obviously, as we know, the Raven fans are very upset about the finish.
Yeah.
Like, how could you? He also talks about the tease of a Dusty Rhodes Jarrett match because Dusty came out and congratulated him and stuff like that. I mean, I think we mentioned that even, or it's been talked about, so I could definitely see that happening potentially. I didn't say it was going to be good, but I could see it happening.
I could see that happening at the anniversary show.
Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call. It's also said here that the match was largely put together by Jeff Jarrett, as most of the show was. But just before press time, we got word in the Observer, this is, that a lot of the creative issues, which was the biggest backstage issue in the promotion, says regarding the disagreements between Jeff Jarrett and Russo and his group, have been worked out. Now, apparently, we'll have more detail on this next week, but the basic gist is that Jarrett was described to me as being on a totally different level as a politician than Russo or Raven. So we'll have more details on that. And even more about the match here. According to several different sources, Jarrett laid out the 13 run-ins, the spot which was actually botched because where Ron and Don Harris and Mike Sanders came out was originally going to have them attacking Jarrett and putting a beating on him until Brian Lane Slash and Mike Awesome would make the save. As it turns out, the church guys ended up on camera first, and it had to be explained that they weren't there helping Jarrett, but as a strike against sex. It was argued that there were too many run-ins, as it was, and that Dave believes it was Raven who convinced Jarrett to have them fight each other and not interfere in the match itself, since Jarrett wouldn't agree to cancel the run-ins.
I don't understand all the run-ins. I mean, I think the match would have been a lot better if Jarrett had just beaten him clean.
Yeah, because they did, I don't think any of them really did get in the ring, did they? Or I can't remember. Or I guess they put the handcuffs on Jarrett, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think Raven put those on him.
There was definitely involvement. I mean, Perry Saturn was in there and stuff.
Yeah, so I think it was like the Extreme guys who got more like in ring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he hit the Death Valley driver and shit.
Yeah.
But I am glad, I guess, that like some of it got contained to the outside of the ring. And I think it makes sense where Sex and like the New Church kind of collide, they were boom, like they stopped them. I think that makes sense as far as like the groups fighting each other, but it was a lot. We didn't need it.
I'm just confused of why the New Church would be protecting Jarrett.
Well, I guess that's an interesting point. See, I just take it of like,
we just don't want Sex to have it.
Screw you, Sex, and also almost like that. I feel like it's like the babyface thing where it's like, this is a big match, so I don't want it to get screwed up. And I don't know. That's how I look at it, I guess.
Well, my favorite, like when that stuff happens, I like it when like the babyface is like, this is a huge match and I don't want anybody to fuck it up, and then they end up fucking it up.
Yeah.
So
of course. Now in the Amazing Red and Kid Cash X Division title match, the ending was a little weird as well. The referee was like turned around and like it was all like took forever for the count. Well, we have a little bit of info on that. Nothing crazy here, but obviously Red won the title when Trinity was under the mask. Came and gave Kid Cash a reverse DDT after the ref bump. The finish came off weak live because the ref took forever to recover and Cash couldn't kick out. Everyone was expecting that he would. This was not planned to happen like that, and that many were upset that the finish was botched. Andrew Thomas was the referee, was given direction that when he went down, his cue to turn around and count the fall was when he would hear the big crowd pop, signaling Trinity under the hood had reversed DDT'd Cash. However, when that happened, the crowd never popped, and Thomas waited forever until realizing that there wasn't going to be one, and then he rushed over for the count, but it was too late. So that's why it was so awkward.
Well, was it revealed to be Trinity?
I'm having trouble remembering if she actually unmasked.
She did not. There's no way.
But there's a note I ended up cutting from what I was going to read, but it does say that many in the audience recognized that it was Trinity under the mask, and having Guy Seller moves as finishing moves didn't go over well, which some explained for the lack of pop for both of them. So yeah, I actually don't think she did fully reveal, but it was in fact. I think you
No.
probably even called it out like, oh, that's got to be Trinity.
Yeah, but she didn't take off her mask to reveal it as such.
I don't think so.
No.
Pretty fun stuff here. Several in the company noted that between the production glitches, such as the interview right before the opener, or right after the opener, where Ron and Don Harris were at sex, and they were in the background having not wrestled, and they were dressed differently, which we pointed out. Although later in the graphic, they finally got up that earlier in this evening. But a second glitch, which wasn't covered up, which I didn't notice this, which was an interview with Team, he says Team ECW, but it's Team Extreme, where Justin Credible had no cut on his head. And since he was cut hard way in the opener after getting cut open earlier in the show, that wasn't caught by anyone in production until after the show already aired, as well as the handcuff spot being botched, the actual main event finish, and the Kid Cash finish. The show, he says that the show was not that good, and we're very surprised at how positive the reviews were. So that's from people in the company are saying that the show was not that good. It's
not a home run of a show, but it's still like okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think that Just Incredible interview thing was pretty interesting. I really surprised that we didn't even notice that either. Like, oh, he was bleeding earlier, and now he's not.
Yeah, I mean, even if I was watching that live, I would just think maybe he got it, stitched up or something.
Yeah, I thought that was funny though. But we definitely noticed the Ron and Don Harris one. But that one was so bad because it was literally the match ended. They were in the ring, and then they cut to the backstage interview, and it was like okay.
Yeah, and that happened many times with Russo and WCW. I remember one time, I think it was like Chuck Palumbo and stuff. Like they beat a team, and I think it was like they beat Chronic or something, and then they cut backstage and they're carrying a casket with the rest of like the New Blood. It's like there's no way that.
Good shit. Gotta love those pre-tapes.
Yeah.
We know as of last week that Chris Sabin won that four-way elimination match, so it looks like he's in the line for a future title shot after winning that match.
Kid Romeo better get one first.
Well, he really should, if you think about it. Yeah. Dave says that Sabin has the right look aside from the one miss spot and did very well for himself on his second appearance. So Sabin's been getting a lot of praise between his first and his second appearance here in NWA TNA, which I think is pretty cool.
Wasn't that when he like jumped over the top rope, right?
Yeah, it was really
completely missed the ropes.
Yeah, it was really bad, and looked like he could have like died. Like it was not good.
Yeah, because he was definitely going for a somersault.
Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah.
Now they didn't even tease problems with Chris Harris and James Storm last week, although Harris accidentally bumped into Storm, costing him the match. Now, if they had any bad signs after the match, it was neither aired on TV nor acknowledged by the announcers. The original script called for the two of them to argue after the match, but it's believed that Bob Ryder, as well as Harris and Storm, who don't want to break up, may have staved off the angle. It was funny because Russo's idea was to break them up with Storm joining Sex, and it was Jarrett's idea to have Harris go heel. So it was like split. But it seems like we might have finally stopped that whole situation.
Yeah, I mean, so I could see how they would have gone with, Storm claiming that Harris is ditching him, and then it's him that actually does it. But that's like another played out angle. Like you see that all the time.
Absolutely. Now we already kind of know this information, but since it's actually reported here, we might as well bring it up. There's the deal where a woman dressed up like a schoolgirl attacked Lollipop twice, leading to a roll-around pull-apart spot after the second run-in. That was Tracy Burkshaw, known in wrestling as Tracy Burke, who I also believe is a Ron Hutchinson student, originally from Barrie, Ontario, Canada, and trained in Toronto. Now, of course, we know her as Tracy Brooks.
Right.
which we pointed out last week. But if you were watching along with us, it was very clear who that was.
Mm-hmm.
They are working on a deal to get on television in the UK by the fall season. That's pretty exciting. Good
Can't
stuff.
wait for them to air their June 2002 pay-per-view there.
Well, yeah, I always like to hear about, oh yeah, they're playing it on a 7-month delay.
Right.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
I actually just noticed this note. I apparently must have missed this one, but so they had a cover story in the Nashville scene on the day of the Raven Jarrett match. So the story largely portrayed this group as underdog baby faces in a battle against WWE. The story talked about how Ryder pitched the idea originally to Jerry Jarrett and talked about their original funding issues. It even was for the first time Jerry acknowledged publicly that the shutdown for several weeks at the end of August was because they were out of funding and had decided to throw in the towel before the deal was made with Panda Energy. The story noted that the legal action between this group and the Jay Hassman would be heard in U.S. federal court in Nashville in October.
Wow.
So I'm glad I just caught that because I missed over that, and that's a pretty interesting little piece there because who knows, maybe in 6 months we're going to hear more about the court case that's going on.
Well, sure, I'm sure we will. And that's been going on since almost the beginning. When he started off saying, hey, you got 80,000 buys. And then within 2 months, they're like, no, dude, it's more like 15. So you lied to us.
Yeah.
I wonder how he's got to go away, right? Like, he's definitely going to get jail time for that.
I mean, it seems pretty bad.
Because the guy's yet to hear anything from him denying that he did that.
Well, that's a really good point.
So, if I had to guess, he's probably...
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking so as well. That Genesis pay-per-view that we've mentioned before, he says that it will only air on DirecTV for $4.95 starting on May 9th, which is a 2-hour highlight show, and it will also be the company's first DVD that they release of the 40 episodes. There are also plans to start marketing groups of episodes on DVDs. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if that actually ends up coming out in a DVD, but I'll have to look into that.
Well, I know they don't do, at least I don't think they do, 5 TNA weekly pay-per-views on DVD, random ones. I don't think they do that.
No, that they don't do for sure. I'm trying to do just a quick little search here. I know of a couple DVDs that they do because I have one of the originals because they have the best NWA
title matches, blood and brawls, or whatever.
Yeah, the best of the bloodiest brawls, and then they have the best of the X Division matches, and I believe these come out late 2003, 2004 time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's around November 2003 or something.
So that's my very quick search, and those are the only 3 that they come out with, I think, until Victory Road 2004.
Right.
But who knows? We'll see what happens. It said here that Michael Shane and Daphne, who worked under the name Shark Girl, worked Explosion matches on April 30th. Now, I'm pointing this out because I didn't have that in my notes anywhere. So, there it is. We've heard them both wrestle under the Shark Girl name, and we knew Michael Shane wrestled on Explosion, but not on the April 30th show. So, I don't know if that's just not reported because it's not on the one that aired when we did it or not, but I wanted to make sure we pointed that out, that they were back in the Asylum.
Yeah.
And my last note from the Observer, before we step into the Wayback Machine, is that Tony Falk is now working backstage for the group with Scott D'Amore in agent-like roles. And now he's like a USWA guy, Memphis wrestler. So I made sure I looked that up because I was like, I feel like I know this name, but I didn't quite know who he was.
Yeah, he in my Memphis rewatching or reviewing that I've been doing, I've only seen so far from 86, because I'm up to 88, but he was only around for a little while in 86. He did actually a really good Boy George knockoff. So he was Boy Tony.
Okay, that I saw some of those. I saw some pictures that must have been in that gimmick.
Yeah,
and then some not, and I was like, I feel like I've known this look, so that's really interesting.
And it's funny because the character becomes something, because in the storyline, Tony Falk went to a Boy George concert and he was inspired
Oh, shit.
to become Boy Tony.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
it was actually really well done, and I want to say it lasts maybe like 6 months, and then he's like off TV. But I actually really enjoyed it. So.
That sounds really funny. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's time. Let's step into that Wayback Machine. Go to NWA-TNA.com. We're going to take a look at From the Inside with Jeremy Borash and notes from Backstage with Bob Ryder. The From the Inside article, this was posted on May 2nd, 2003, which I think usually that's like the Friday before the pay-per-view. And yeah, it is. So good. I was right. He says Happy Friday right in the intro. So his first grouping of notes here I think is really interesting, and he kind of just talks about where they've come leading up to the show. So I'm just going to read this, so just hang on tight. It says, I don't really know where to start with this last Wednesday's program, other than the fact that it was our most successful effort to date and very symbolic of what it is to come for us in the future. While the program was universally praised from even the harshest of critics, and it was one of my top 5 favorite programs to date for our company, the reality of the situation is that what we witnessed Wednesday night was something much bigger than another chapter in the weekly series of solid programs we deliver. Let me explain. For many of us that have been involved with TNA since we opened our offices, the last 14 months have been the hardest, most taxing months of our lives. The roller coaster ride of personal sacrifice it has taken to get TNA off the ground is nothing short of remarkable. Several of us have dropped everything we had to move to Nashville and get behind a project that was perceived as, quote, so out of the box that it was destined to fail. I'll never forget the feeling I would get when certain net writers deemed our concept as certain failure when we logged in 80-hour work weeks to try to prove them wrong. Nearly everyone wrote us off as another one of the many startups promising big things and delivering nothing short of a complete disaster, then quietly disappearing into the sunset of bounced checks and empty promises. With time, TNA developed a following, largely through word of mouth of fans who simply wanted something different. The program tried on many different creative coats, searching for the right formula, evolving on a nearly weekly basis. While I have never doubted the renegade spirit of our promotion, I feel that for the first time on a large scale, the wrestling world stopped, looked, and recognized TNA not only as a promotion worthy of supporting, but a promotion to be taken seriously, very seriously. While our business plan is anything but traditional, fans in a much larger numbers than ever before are accepting our unconventional approach. After all, for the cost of a traditional monthly wrestling pay-per-view, you get 4 weekly 2-hour programs from TNA. The decision has become a no-brainer for many wrestling fans. For many of the wrestlers, announcers, and office people who have dedicated so much time and effort to this project since day one, our show Wednesday night was a milestone, a culmination of hard work and sacrifice, and one of many milestones we will work toward as we continue to grow. While we couldn't have been happier with the overwhelming response to our show Wednesday night, TNA has always been a promotion that has never looked back. Our focus is the future, and the demands and expectations we place on ourselves and our talent will only help raise the bar we continue to elevate. We never looked back because the next time we will have to ask our fans to support a true wrestling alternative is never more than 7 days away. So, pretty, I thought very well written, from the heart from Jeremy Borash here. Not like a lot of the goofy shit he usually writes in this, but really saying like, hey, this is like a really big deal for the company, the show.
I think you can feel the passion for the company that he has. And that blurb, the stuff there. So
yeah, absolutely. I thought, like I said, I thought it was really great, and like just to read this, like people are finally taking it seriously. People want that alternative, and you know, the thing that what really gets me every time with TNA is, in Impact Wrestling for the matter, is like people have said, they still say it today, they're going to die. The company's going to die. They're going to close. They're going to get bought out and just quit. But like they never have. And like reading it all the way back to in the beginning. They were like, yeah, they said that we're going to close and stuff. And here we are, we're 18 years later, and we're still going. Now we're under a different name, but it's still the same company. I just think it's pretty interesting. It speaks volumes.
Well, I think it's amazing that they're still going on when you, you know, a guy he basically frauds them out of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
They've had almost a handful of different owners in about 20 years.
Oh yeah.
They've moved their TV shows, I don't know how many times, from Thursday to Tuesday to Monday, back to Thursday. And it's like, how about we try Wednesdays? And then it's like, holy fuck.
And then Tuesdays, and now we're back on Thursday. Like, it's literally, they've been on every day of the week, I think.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so it's really crazy.
You do all that, and you still have, well, I mean, at this point, probably here in 2021, like 100,000 people. I think I saw one of the ratings was like 100, like 150 or something like that.
Yeah, it ranges somewhere between. Yeah, I think usually like 150 is like a good medium. It seems to be.
Yeah, so let's just say around there. You're still getting that level. I mean, in your network, access TV isn't really available. Like, it's not available on YouTube TV, so I can't see it unless I were to get Spectrum again or something.
Yeah.
So it's like not really on I would say like a well-known.
Yeah, and I mean they broadcast for free on Twitch, which is cool, like a simulcast, which has actually helped me because I also don't have access because I also have YouTube TV. So like that's good. They're still trying to get, people to watch and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, pretty good shit. But some other interesting notes that JB writes here is that tickets are going to be going on sale soon for the TNA 1-year anniversary show that's set to take place on June 18th. Word has already gotten out about the event, and we are hearing about fans making plans to fly from all over the country for this one. Even a contingent of UK fans are planning to make the trip. More on this event as it develops. And so that's going to be a pretty big deal. We're just entered May, so not a whole lot of time left before we get to that show.
No, you got about 6 weeks probably.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
See, I don't know. Like that would be a risk to be like, hey, I'm gonna fly from England to go to Nashville, Tennessee for a anniversary show for TNA. Because if I were to do that and then I got a shit show, which I doubt. I feel like the anniversary show, they're going to be like, fuck, here's everything we got. Here's the best that we got. Strongest show possible. But if I were to go to that and then I got shit, oh my God. I'd be so mad. I'd be more mad than I was when we went to New York City and I had a wooden pole in my fucking way the entire time.
Oh, yeah. Bob was pretty mad when we were at the Hammerstein Ballroom and there was a pole in the way.
Yeah. Literally right in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I didn't think I noticed that when I bought the tickets. And then the other time that we bought tickets and we had to stand the whole time, didn't know that either.
That wasn't as bad. I could at least lean up against the wall. Or the bar, I mean.
Yeah, the pole was bad, though. Yeah. But it's okay. We were at the Hammerstein.
Yeah, I can say I've been there. So
Exactly. The TNA officials have let it be known that the magic word from here on out is commitment. The company will commit to those to do so in return on all levels, plain and simple. So we're committed. I just thought that was an interesting line.
They're committed to the talent?
To anyone,
like certain talent?
To what they want to do. Who wants to commit to them in return? They're committed to them as well. So it kind of bounces back and forth there. Now, an interesting note here about the Harrison Storm thing. We just read, obviously, it seems like it's dropped, but I think this is what makes it official to me. It says, it looks as though Harrison Storm have resolved their differences and are back as a tag team. Thank God. If more people would have seen them in 2002, there is no doubt in my mind that they would have swept any and all Tag Team of the Year awards. They are simply incredible.
Yeah, that's definitely...
So I'm saying we've officially dropped them trying to split up.
For sure.
So this is a interesting little blurb as well, sort of something we discussed, Bob, about who's going to be the next challenger for Jarrett. So he says, what makes a great title match? A solid champion and a challenger with enough momentum on their side to have people convinced that they are going to see a title switch. We saw it with Raven and we saw it before with Styles. Now the question is, who will be Jarrett's next opponent? Can Raven rebound? Will Styles jump back into the picture, or will there be a wild card to the mix to get the next shot? We will find out Wednesday night as we crown the number one contender for the NWA World Title. Who will it be? Guesses are running rampant. I can't wait to see. That's what he says.
I don't even know who I would say has like that strong of momentum.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he makes good points with Styles and Raven, but aside from those guys, there's really not been. I don't really think there's been something that stood out to make you think like, oh, this guy could do it.
Yeah,
he could be the next challenger.
I'll just throw this in here for context, because JB writes a little blurb about it. But the day before this was posted was the day that Miss Elizabeth passed away.
Oh wow!
So the Observer did have a write up about that and everything as well. So that's just a little bit of context of where we are. So he writes a little piece about her because he met her on the WWA tour, the European tour.
Well, he probably met her in WCW too, didn't he?
He doesn't. Oh, well, I guess that's a good point. So sorry, I misread. He last saw her on the WWA tour. He says.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure that he did in fact see her in WCW as well. Yeah. So apparently, he also writes about what some of the TNA stars are listening to. Some music. Do you want a little bit of 2003 context of what some people are listening to?
Do it.
Okay. So Trinity lists the new Justin Timberlake and Eminem CDs as her favorites, as well as Goldilocks' new CD, which has grown on him quite a bit. Ron Killing says that you'll find Tupac, Eminem, Juvenile, Dr. Dre, and a new group called Head Planet Earth in his CD changer.
CD changer? What the fuck?
Jerry Lynn is into death metal and lists Dark Tranquility, In Flames, and those wacky kids from Suffocation as his favorites. And then Jeremy Borer says, I've been listening lately to Coldplay, Audio Slave, and Tommy Lee's Methods of Mayhem CD, which may be the best workout music I've ever heard if turned up loud enough. And this is my favorite line at the very end. It says, a surprising number of TNA stars are big on MP3s and burn their own CDs. So we're back at 2003, guys.
That's funny. That's funny.
He points out once again that the girl who attacked Miss Lollipop, as he calls her, was Tracy Brookshaw. So we have a little discrepancy of what her name actually apparently, unless she had a couple different names. Because we had Berkshaw from Dave, and now we have Brookshaw. Anyways, she's gonna be Tracy.
I think it's Brookshaw.
I believe that JB's right here because I feel like Dave makes typos all the time, so I was just reading what he wrote.
Yeah, he does.
Skip that one. That's just about Daphne wrestling under the Shark Girl mask in reference to Dean Baldwin and John Tenta wrestling as people that are fish. He says that he can confirm that.
I just looked behind me to look at my shark action figure, by the way.
There you go. Good. You need to get a Shark Boy to go with that.
Is there a Shark Boy action figure?
There's more than one. Yeah, there's like
there
two.
Is.
Yeah.
Wow. TNA put one out?
Yeah, they put there's two. So there's the one like Toy Biz one that came with a mask, and then there's a Jax one that came a little bit later as well.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, you got to get that. So JB says that he can confirm here that there will be a NWA and WWA World Championship unification match in Auckland, New Zealand at WWA's The Reckoning pay-per-view later this month. And that takes place between Jeff Jarrett, who's obviously the NWA World Champion, and the WWA World Champion, Sting.
Okay.
That's a pretty big deal. The unification match there. Wonder who's going to win the belt.
Sting.
Fingers
and
crossed.
And then he's gonna show up at the asylum, and Tenay's gonna lose his mind. Like, oh my God, it's Sting!
It's Sting!
And tonight he's wrestling D'Lo Brown for the NWA World Title.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This is pretty funny. He goes, "Did you miss last week's historic show? If you did, don't fret. If you have DirecTV or can break into someone's house that does, DirecTV will be offering an all-day ticket for their Raven Jarrett this Monday. Here's an idea to get our pay-per-view replay at 9 p.m. Monday night and flip back and forth. It would be like old times."
Wait a minute. He said he wants you to buy the replay on a Monday night and then flip back and forth between that and Raw?
Yeah, that's what he just hinted at.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to pay $10 for a pay-per-view and then if I'm bored with it, go tune into Raw and then come back.
Well,
no. No, yeah, I ain't doing that.
He does make mention here that there was some exaggerated or over-exaggerated reports on the problems in negotiations with Sabu. I don't know if that's in reference necessarily to Dave saying it was a last-minute deal or if it was another like dirt sheet writer, but apparently it was over-exaggerated, according to Jimmy Borash. He does continue to say that over 1,100 people were turned away at the asylum this past Wednesday night. The line to get in stretched the length of the enormous state fairground parking lot, and several people were even cited for scalping ringside seats. And he says, on a humorous note, Donna Summer, who was in town visiting at the time, was with a group of people who were turned away. But after a quick phone call, the problem was resolved.
Of course.
Yeah. And that's it for the Jeremy Borash section of was it From the Inside? Yes, From the Inside. And then here quickly, we're going to go through the notes from Backstage with Bob Ryder. This was posted the same day as the show we're about to watch, May 7th, 2003. And we're pretty much going to be talking about some matches that are announced, because a lot of the stuff he says we've already talked about. He says that the main theme of tonight's broadcast will be the Anarchy in the Asylum match to determine the number one contender for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Longtime fans will remember that we had the Gauntlet for the Gold on our very first broadcast, and the Anarchy in the Asylum match will resemble that match in that the match will start with two men in the ring. The additional participants will enter at 90-second intervals. That's where the similarities end, though. Tonight's match will be a Falls Count Anywhere, anything goes, no disqualification match. You can be eliminated by being tossed over the top rope, and pinfalls or submission count anywhere in the building. It's going to be a wild night, to say the least. Wait, that's very odd. So you can still be over the top rope, but then you can also just go underneath and then just go pin them somewhere?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I that's why I sort of paused. I was like, did I just read that right? And I did. But I wanted to read that. We obviously knew that match was happening. I wanted to read it because he does go over the rules of it essentially again. So he also says one of the more intriguing things on tonight's show is that there's a match between Chris Harris and James Storm to determine which one of them will compete in the Anarchy in the Asylum match. It says over the past year, Storm and Harris have emerged as one of the top tag teams in the world, but have recently been drifting apart. Ironically, it's been almost exactly a year since a match between these two at a Burnt Prentice show ended up getting them both hired by TNA. That match was probably the best match I've seen on an independent show, and if they duplicate that effort tonight, they will steal the show. Says that another match he's looking forward to is the match between the teams of AJ Styles and D'Lo Brown and Elix Skipper and Low-Key. That match could end up being the match of the year candidate. We say that quite a bit.
Yeah, they throw that term around kind of loosely.
Yeah. Says that Jerry Lynn and Red will be putting up the tag team titles on the line tonight against Christopher Daniels, which we knew. Actually, he says it here, so I'll just read it. The two against one as a result of last week's match between Lynn and Daniels that carried the special stipulations. Had Daniels won the match, tonight's matchup would have been a 2-on-3 match with Triple X facing off against Lynn and Red. The odds aren't in Daniels' favor, but all three members of Triple X are scheduled to be on the show, so anything is possible.
Right.
Another match that has the potential to be a wild one is the matchup between Sabu, New Jack, and Sandman. These
my God. Oh my God.
These three maniacs will be battling it out for a spot in the Anarchy in the Asylum match. And knowing these guys, the three-way match might be as crazy as the Anarchy match.
That's going to be way worse. It's going to be way crazier. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He said, our trainer better bring a stapler remover for this one.
Yeah.
And then my final note before we pass it over to the independent news. And this isn't a match announcement. This is actually regarding the Raven and Jarrett finish. So I think I'm curious what you're going to say about this, Bob.
Okay.
Actually, I think I know what you're going to say, but in reading the reviews of last week's match, I saw more than a few people who loved the show, but who were disappointed in the outcome of the main event. That's to be expected. It's human nature to want to see the title change hands, particularly when a match is built up so well as the one between Raven and Jarrett. I can remember watching countless NWA world title matches or world title defenses when growing up, and I wanted to see the belt change hands each and every time. I don't know if I believe that, but it didn't matter to me who the champion was. I just wanted to see the title switch. The reality is that title switches don't mean a thing if they happen every time someone wants to see them happen. If you can anticipate a title switch, it tends to take the fun out of actually seeing the belt change hands.
No.
I think this was one of the shittiest examples to use this saying for, because like we wanted Raven to win. We didn't just anticipate it.
Right.
Jarrett's been the champion for months.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad take, because like WrestleMania 20, right? I pretty much knew Benoit was going to win. And I also wanted Benoit to win the title there. Now, when he won, was I not as excited or whatever? No, I was fucking elated. I was like, hell yeah, this guy pulled it off. When I read that Eddie Guerrero was an example, like no one thought he was going to beat Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he did. And then if you saw or read about it, you lost your mind. So for him, for the take of, if you anticipate it, it doesn't mean as much. No, I don't buy that. It's like with sports, like the Bulls dynasty for like 6 years, everybody, like people thought, oh, the Bulls are going to win. And I'm a Bulls fan. Now, every time, like the 6 times that they won the NBA championship, was I bummed out that they won? No. I was like, hell yeah, man. We're still got a dynasty. We're still really good at basketball. Or they're really good at basketball. I'm not on the team. So I don't agree with that. I mean, I get what he's trying to say where, every title match I guess you would want to see it. I don't know if with Jarrett, I don't think I've wanted to see him lose the title every time.
No, I don't think so either. And I almost think this almost relates more to like when you go to a show. Because like if I go to a live wrestling show, I want the title to change almost, even if I don't necessarily agree with it, I feel like, because like then I'm there and I can see it. But I think this is much deeper than that. I think this is much more than the fans in the Asylum wanted to see a title switch. Because technically we got a title switch, and so that should have satisfied them. But clearly, it satisfied them according to what Bob Ryder was writing here. But really, we wanted to see Raven win the title.
Yeah, we wanted to see it. It made the most... I think it made sense to do it. It wouldn't diminish it. I think it diminishes now the timing of it. So let's say he were to win it in 2 months. I don't think that would be the peak time. The peak time for him to win it was last week.
Absolutely.
He's way over. The crowd is like eating up everything that he's doing. And you have him lose. I mean, I don't agree with that take. I see what he's trying to say, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah, same here. Well, that's all my notes, Bob. What do we got for the independent news before we touch on Explosion?
Not a whole lot this time around. We've got a handful of guys, excuse me, that we've got doing anything here. AJ Styles teamed up with Black Dragon in a losing effort against Harry Smith and TJ Wilson for Stampede Wrestling on May 2nd, 2003. Sabu retained the WWC Universal title against Carly Colon by disqualification on April 19th. He fought Teddy Hart to a no contest on May 2nd for Stampede Wrestling. He defeated Disco Inferno to retain the WWC Universal title on May 3rd. Christopher Daniels retained the ECWA heavyweight title on May 3rd against Chance Beckett and Paul London. Kid Cash defeated Homicide on May 3rd for 3PW. And then the last thing here is Disco Inferno. He defeated Truth Martini on May 3rd for a AAWL TV taping. So Disco Inferno, of course, being Glenn Gilberty. But
of course.
Yeah, that's all there is for the indie news.
Cool. Well, let's touch on Explosion really briefly. It featured 3 matches, and it was taped on the same day that we were watching. It's listed as Explosion number 31. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what it's listed as. So yeah, it was taped on May 7th, 2003, and it aired on May 10th, 2003, and it featured these 3 matches. Jimmy Rave defeating Joey Idol, who is Chaos from XPW.
The real one, right? The real one? According not the old man one?
Dave has listed it as Chaos from XPW. I didn't look that up, so I'm going to say it's the correct one. Ron and Don Harris defeated the Dobbins brothers, who are Chad and Jason. I don't know who they are. Eric Watts defeated Frankie Capone. And that's all the matches on Explosion, but there's one other dark match that took place that is not listed, and that is Mike Sanders defeating Sean Davari.
Wow. So did that happen on Explosion or no?
That last match was not an Explosion, but it happened after, at least it's listed after the Explosion matches on the Observer notes.
Huh.
So it's just another dark match. Sometimes they sneak one in there. Sometimes I'm starting to wonder if they are an Explosion. We don't have the correct things, but we'll never know unless Scott D'Amore puts Explosion on the Impact Plus app. # we want Explosion.
We need it. It's not want. We need it. I would subscribe today if they were all of a sudden like we have every single Explosion up. I'd be like, here's my $8. Whatever. Hopefully, I don't get my credit card information stolen because people don't really trust the service. But whatever. We'll deal with it. We deal with it when we get there. All right. I guess it's time then to watch this May 7th, 2003 weekly pay-per-view. I'm going to count down from 5 when I say play, hit the play button. As it turns out, you can only watch it on Impact Plus because Fight TV was like, nah, brah, we're not going to carry it anymore. So that's fun. Maybe you have it in your own personal collection. That's probably ideal as well. I think the runtime for this is longer than usual. I think I saw it as like 1 hour and 54 minutes or something. So it's about 3 minutes longer than usual. So I'm going to count down from 5. And when I say play, hit the play button, watch along with us, or just listen to our reactions and general commentary. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Do you find it interesting, as we're getting our little logo on, that they don't go a full 2 hours on pay-per-view?
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder what that is for.
We're getting our sad music last week. Yeah, I'm fucking sad. Thanks for rubbing it in.
It's the same music too. What?
Last week. Now, okay, so it started with Raven, and now it's showing
Chris
Sabin.
To Chris Sabin.
Oh, you're cheering me up a little bit. I'm gonna hold the crowd number, by the way, until we see the fans.
Well, let me guess. Hang on, let me guess. So it was 1,400 for last week, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 900.
Okay, I'm gonna hold that though.
Okay. I'm gonna say 900, and I would say probably 400 of them are paid. Because I think a lot of people are not gonna go.
Oh yeah, last week Mike Tenay interviews Conan and The Truth. They announce an alliance in TNA. Oh, turn up the volume, baby. I actually forgot that this happened. So this was like them officially being like, yeah, we're gonna work together. Unknown female attacks Miss Lollipop. Okay, so officially her name is Miss Lollipop.
Is that what they're going with?
That's what was just written on screen. And she's like, yeah, I want to fight. I don't feel like making pizzas tonight. Oh, wait, that's Belladonna.
Right. Well, here's the thing, though. So she gets escorted out, and then she just walks right back out. Where was security to prevent that?
Yeah. Eric Watts, gave the original NWA World title to Dusty, even though Jeff Jarrett should technically have, but whatever. So this storyline is officially over, we're saying.
Yeah, does that mean that Jeff Jarrett he has the replica this whole time?
Oh yeah, Kid Cash suspended Trinity. Sitting there home in New York City where Bob literally goes, nah, she's coming out during the match.
Right. That's like the Monster logo, ain't it?
It looks very similar. It's got like weird little lines on it.
Yeah.
Trinity just kicked your ass. Oh yeah, look at that.
He has a good top rope clothesline.
Yeah, he does.
Oh. And then that's where the referee was. So that's where he was expecting the big pop, and it never happened.
Yeah, they cut pretty close. They cut that really good.
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, and then
I forgot about that.
Also hit red, and you can tell they put padding on her so that it would like kind of disguise it. I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see Raven lose again.
They don't care about our feelings.
The most anticipated match in TNA history. The most fucked up finish we've ever done.
The most anticipated main event that we're gonna fuck up and not give you the right finish.
Oh yeah, there you go. Julio De Niro accidentally hit Raven with the chair, so he got technically involved in the match.
Bloodied Raven.
I recently just saw someone post on either in a group or on Twitter or somewhere that they posted a picture of Raven from ECW. I can't remember which show it was. And Raven like said, "Oh, it was my bloodiest performance." And all I could think about was after the House of Fun Clockwork Orange match where he was literally bleeding so much it was dripping on the microphone. And it looked like he was bleeding way more.
Where this is on Twitter?
Yeah, I saw it somewhere on Twitter. Someone like posted like, "Oh, Raven replied to this and said it was his bloodiest performance or something."
This is recent?
At this point it's probably a week or so ago.
Well, hopefully Raven doesn't post a lot. Maybe I can look it up. Because I have this odd ability of looking at pictures and being like, oh, this happened at that event. And people make fun of me for it.
I could guess, but I'd sound like an idiot, so I'm just not going to do that.
So he... That's funny. Let's see.
Well, one time Raven made a joke about my mom on Twitter.
He made a joke about your mom?
Yeah, like I tweeted at him, and then he did like a yo mama joke to me. I was like, "Well, your mom's this." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's not the response I expected, but that's cool."
So I found the picture, and
it's like him in the ring.
Well, he's like backstage getting like a doctor's like putting something on his forehead. I want to say that. I wonder.
Guys, we've just crossed the 5-minute mark and we're still doing this highlight package.
So this one person thinks it's from a dog collar match that he had with Sandman. Which, oddly
Hold
enough,
on. Bob, pause real quick.
Yeah.
Raven shared one of our pictures and I didn't even know.
When?
On April 5th. He says the Raven Effect podcast. We talk Michael Douglas, Jedi Mind Tricks, Peeps Candy, and much more. And then in the picture, I don't know if you can see on the camera, he used our picture and it has our logo in it.
Hey!
Yo, Raven! Shout out to Raven.
Look at that. Look at you, Dallas.
That's good shit.
That's funny.
And it's a photo, I believe it's from the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match with Sandman.
That's so funny.
Well, you know what? I need to give him credit there, too, because I've had wrestlers share posts from us or from IcoPod where they crop it out.
Right. Yep. Well, Jim Duggan did that, didn't he?
He sure did. Okay, finally, our intro. We were 6 minutes and 6 minutes and 32 seconds. I was waiting. I said the wrong number.
Yeah. So I think what's funny here is maybe the runtime is 154 because for almost 7 minutes it's a highlight video. So. Let's see the crowd here. Crowd doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, so we have actually 1,100 in the crowd tonight.
Really?
I don't have any notes on paper or anything, at least not this week, but yeah, we're 1,100, so only went down a little. I mean, it's still pretty standard for what we've been getting.
Yeah, that's not a major dip at all.
Which they're really fucking lucky, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, because realistically, right now you don't have what is fucking Don West in his mustard fucking shirt?
Man, I felt so good that he was like switching that up finally, and then the next week he went back to it. Athena fans still here. Well, you guys might as well leave. I don't know if we're ever going to see Athena again.
I doubt it. Talked about a missed opportunity.
Yeah, so Don West and Mike Tenay are in the ring right now. We're going to determine a new number one contender tonight. Usually we don't do this in the ring, so this is interesting.
I wonder if this is going to be like the new approach, because usually they do it at ringside.
Yeah.
Maybe the live audience doesn't really connect with it when they're at ringside doing it.
Wait a second. He just said for the Anarchy in the Asylum, they can wear anything. What does that mean?
So like a dress as you are street fight type of thing, I guess.
I didn't know that was like something that was like a rule though. Like, you got to wear your clothes, your wrestling attire.
Right.
Yes, pinfall anywhere in the asylum.
How much you want to bet?
Yeah, so
okay.
The final two, it is
are in the ring.
Just like a Gauntlet for the Gold. Final two, it's a regular match, pinfall submission.
That's a nice Athena sign right there, where the TNA and her name is colored in.
Yeah, that is cool. We were just told that 11 slots are already filled. We have some matches tonight that 4 people will be added. We've just discussed some of those matches already.
Wait, so how many people are in the match? Because 11 and then 4, that's 15.
Sounds like that's about it.
Wow, I thought it was usually 20.
I think so too, actually. Oh, interesting. So Loki and Skipper versus Styles and D'Lo. Whatever team wins, both enter the gauntlet. And yes, the extreme match.
I think it's going to be 20, so then that would be 17. So you probably get 3 surprises.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Dude, New Jack, Sabu, I'm ready.
I like they're doing this in the ring.
I think I like it.
I think it works better. The crowd is...
Well, that's the thing is, like, when you do stuff at the announce table, half the crowd can't, like, see what you're doing.
Right.
Sign of the night is rigged. Okay. Oh, so they must do, like, a sign of the night thing?
They have to.
That's awesome. I think they just mentioned Harrison James Storm.
We are now 10 minutes and 11 seconds in, and nothing has happened. Jarrett has a bunch of injuries, it sounds like.
Including a hip injury. Yeah. So he's an 80-year-old man, and he needs a hip replacement. No. Look, you ready for some Anarchy? Total nonstop action? Some TNA? Let's do it, Mike.
I think they should do that every week in the ring. I like that a lot better than at the announcer's table.
Yeah, I like it as well. Don West is trying to get out of the ring as Skipper and Loki are like walking into him.
Well, yeah, it took him that's so weird. It took him that long to get down the steps. Now, we haven't seen Loki in several weeks. He's been doing some, I think, All Japan stuff.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in quite a bit. So good to see him back here.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. AJ Styles. Heck yeah. I'm ready.
This could be a good match. I don't know about match of the year, but...
No, I don't think it's going to be match of the year, but I definitely think this is going to be a good match. Especially to open the show. Even, like, you got some good names. And Brown and Styles are working better as a team than I think I ever expected, so...
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of shows you though that they don't really know what they're doing with them.
Well, I agree with that.
Which is fine. I mean, I guess, 52 weeks out of the year, you probably gotta slow things down a little bit. But D'Lo's been here for like a month, and you're already like, wow, I don't know what we do.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I would know what to do with D'Lo Brown either.
I don't know if I would either.
It's just kind of what it is with him for me. Like, what does D'Lo Brown do? I don't know.
Do you think he came in making $1,000 like Raven was?
Man,
because if he is, I don't know if you're getting the value out of the investment there.
Well, that's a good point. I don't know. Is he? It's hard to say. Like, do we think that D'Lo Brown is a better name than Raven is?
No way.
Because I don't.
No.
I don't think so at all.
No. So
then I would say probably not. I bet you he's making, I'm going to guess 500.
Oof.
So a little higher than those 300 guys, but not quite the Raven.
But not much. I was thinking like 800.
Oh, that was my other one. I almost said that. So I think it's somewhere around that. And we got D'Lo and Low-Key starting us off. Well, that was a nice Irish rope reversal there. He just kind of held on to him, but a little different than normal. Oh. I thought he was going to duck a clothesline, but Low-Key just kicked D'Lo instead.
Yeah, and that was I laughed at the sell that D'Lo did. He was all like wobbling around, like, what happened?
Yeah.
He kicked him in the midsection. He didn't kick him in the head.
It threw him off.
Yeah. Scoop slam by D'Lo, coming off the ropes with the ever devastating head wiggle elbow drop. You down on the brown? You're looking at the real deal now.
Oh, look, Styles and D'Lo match tonight. That's really great.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice springboard dropkick by Styles as he tagged in D'Lo when he was in the corner there.
They're definitely going to win the tag titles at some point.
They do. I feel like they definitely love giving the tag titles to like not tag teams in TNA.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we started out with Styles and Jerry Lynn.
You know what? I should write down this is what we should do. We should write down the card that we would have for the anniversary show.
Ooh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, let's.
Because I think Styles and Brown would win the tag titles at the anniversary show.
I think that's a good call.
We'll have to do like a match limit, like 7 matches or something.
Yeah. I think that's a cool idea. I think we should do that. I'm curious how soon, until we start actually hearing these are the matches. I feel like they got to start hyping it up by next week, right? Give it like 5 weeks of like at least a slow build of like, even if next week they're just like, hey, June 18th, that's our 1-year anniversary show. Get ready.
Well, they did Raven Jarrett like what, 3 weeks out? Like on the 9th or something there?
I think it was about that.
So I would say probably by the 21st, they're probably going to start doing that. Like, oh, in a month, this is going to be the match.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Well, do you think whoever wins the Anarchy in the Asylum is fighting Jarrett at the anniversary show, or are they going to get a shot before that?
Oh, that's a good question.
I guess I'm going to say it depends who wins, actually.
It definitely would depend.
Because depending who wins, they might get a shot in like a week or two. Mm-hmm. And then someone might be interfering or coming out after that match, which would then lead to the match at the anniversary show, I think.
Right. Yeah, if it's like a big name or like a surprise or something, I could see them dragging it out.
Yeah.
But let's say if it was like Sonny Siaki, I think he'd probably get it by the end of the month.
Yeah, I think no matter what, Jarrett's walking into the anniversary show with the title. Will he walk out? I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. Chances are, yeah, but
absolutely.
Soon it's Jarrett wins, LOL.
Yeah. Is that the first?
What the hell?
Low-key like dragged the referee down, hit a springboard kick. Is Jarrett beating Raven the first like real LOL Jarrett wins moment?
I think you could definitely see it like that, yeah.
I think so. I mean, if you have 13 people getting involved and he still wins, handcuffed and taking other guys' finishers.
How can you not say that's like,
yeah, it's a bit over the top.
Well, because like I didn't expect D'Lo to pin him at all.
No. And I don't think AJ Styles losing was like LOL Jeff wins. I don't think Styles had reached that moment yet.
I agree with that. Skipper just did like he hit his back facing D'Lo Brown in the corner, and they popped up and like did a back kick, drop kick. It was kind of interesting.
He did like a reverse mule kick drop kick.
Yeah,
which was weird. Sometimes these guys do moves that I don't understand how it's more devastating if you just did it normal.
Yeah.
Because what if he did that and landed right on his neck and broke his neck? It's like, you're an idiot. Why wouldn't you just drop kick him?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Did you watch Dynamite yesterday?
I watched most of it, and I saw if you're referencing like Darby.
Oh.
Or something like that?
No, I'm referencing Ricky Starks almost dying in the first match.
Oh, I don't think I had it on. I must have missed the near death.
Oh my God. I was talking. I literally was like, I was like, okay, I must just watch someone die on TV tonight.
Yeah, it's some dangerous stuff there. Styles was cleaning house here on Low Key and Skipper, hitting some backbreakers and gut busters.
Yeah. Well, before this gets too far along, I mean, who do you think's moving on to the Anarchy in the Asylum match? I feel like default, it's got to be Styles and D'Lo, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Low Key's going to take the pin here because I feel like he's not here. He's here once every 8 weeks.
I think that would be the right decision to have Low Key take the pin. Skipper tossing D'Lo to the floor, like through the second rope there.
There's been something about Skipper that I've been liking.
I really like you, Skipper.
He could be a fun option to win if they were to win this match, to win Anarchy in Asylum.
That would be cool. Well, and he's getting bigger. I feel like he gets bigger every week.
Yeah, he's way bigger than he was at the beginning of this. I like how he had red tights and he clearly got a permanent marker and just wrote X on it.
He was like, yeah, perfect. He just ordered him off High Spots. He's like, yeah. I need to have my team name on him.
Yeah. I could see like he was backstage doing that, and then Russo comes up like the first day he does it, and Russo being like, "Hey man, so we're breaking up the group," and then Elix could be like, "I just put X on my tights.
It's in a permanent marker, damn it!
What the hell?"
Oh, giving Styles a face wash in the corner, both Low Key and Skipper. Literally just rubbing their one after another. They did at least 5 or 6 of them there. Oh, a big one from Low Key. Styles was then stood up in the corner by Skipper.
It wasn't that good. He clearly missed his face.
Shh, I said big, not good.
A devastating move. I said big, not... Oh, man.
Okay, Skipper's bag tagged in now.
He is shredded.
Oh, going for the play of the day, but Styles reversed it into a powerbomb.
I think Skipper would be a good, because at some point they have to elevate guys to kind of not make it so redundant. And I think Skipper would be maybe a good option.
I think so. Okay, D'Lo's in.
D'Lo cleaning house, spine buster on Skipper. Waiting for Low Key, heel kick. Styles is up.
What the heck?
Just threw Skipper down.
Yeah, what? Okay, both Skipper and Low Key are laid out like next to each other. D'Lo, he's calling for the wiggle leg drop.
Yeah, the head bob wiggle double leg drop to Triple X.
Do you think that he just did that one day in the back and Vince was like, damn it, shake your head?
That's exactly what it was. D'Lo did an interview where he did it in the entrance, and he went backstage, and Vince McMahon was like, "Do more of that." So he just went over the top of it. I think that was on the Van Vliet interview.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Loki went for that was nice. There you go.
Okay. So
Loki went for a handspring kick in the corner, but then D'Lo caught him with a sit out
the
sky high, and then
Assisted
Styles
with
had Styles had the neck breaker for the 3. That wasn't that bad.
No, that wasn't bad, but yeah, Styles and D'Lo move on. Damn it, Goldilocks in the sex locker room again. Interviewing Glenn Gilberty must be the biggest opportunity of your career tonight. Now, hear me out for a second, but I don't know if I completely hate it if Glenn won that match and had a shot at Jarrett, because I do feel like he's been doing a little bit better. I wouldn't be pissed.
Why wouldn't he just say, "There's no I, but there is a me in team, and it's about me tonight"?
Because you got to talk longer than that. He's like, "Damn it, I'm busy managing a strip club in Vegas. I had to fly out here to Nashville. I don't got time for this shit." Oh, yes. Triple X reinvented the tag team division. Harris Brothers. Yeah. Desire. He's just talking up everyone. You still haven't shown the world what you can do yet, because you just keep losing to Dawn Marie on SmackDown house shows. Everyone's looking at him like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Is he he's got to be the leader now, right?
He's definitely the leader. He said, oh, he's called Mike Sanders the Giant Killer. Okay, Mike Sanders, take care of all the Giants in the ring tonight.
So Gilberty and Sanders are already in this match then?
I think he is also kind of hinting at the fact that they all are, really. Oh, he's not fucking around, but they censored it, so this is obviously a pre-tape. Okay. Censored fuck, but not shit. What's the difference?
Well, shit is something you can say even on TV after 11?
I mean, I guess.
Technically.
I just think it's silly. Well, first off, we're on pay-per-view. You literally showed some girl's boobs the other day. And now you gotta censor. You can't say the word fuck.
That's true.
You can show nips, but you can't say fuck.
Right. Yeah. Well, morals,
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. We're good Christian boys here at the TNA Asylum.
Yeah. You can show tits, but if you drop
look at the little Sabu picture. And there's New Jack.
What the hell is this?
What is happening? Oh, what is happening?
What is going on? Why are they putting them?
Oh, here's Chris Harris.
I don't like this.
No, I would not recommend they do this ever again.
No.
Look at they're moving closer.
They're gonna implode. What the fuck was that?
Wait,
is that a fan? What's going on? Oh, where is he going? Is he going to go get Jarrett? Is that what he was saying? He's going to go kick his ass. Oh wait, Jarrett's not even there, right? He's hurt.
Oh, that's right. I don't think they said he was here.
The cameraman's no, don't do it.
They said, I thought he was being figurative when he said we're going after Jarrett, so maybe he is here, but he is hurt? I don't know. Let's see. He's in Jarrett's locker room.
The broom closet.
Oh, he's there. Jarrett says crutches.
He's got crutches.
Are you shitting me?
Oh.
Gilberty's attacking. Yeah, he's attacking Jarrett with the crutch. Jarrett's got a knee brace on. And he's just hitting.
Oh, hits him over the back again.
Oh my god, dude. He's hitting him so hard with those crutches.
At least it sounds wicked hard.
We're out back now. There's a production truck, I believe.
Yeah. I think it's good. Oh. I like how it's just Gilberty. Like, no one else is helping him.
Here's catering.
There's chaos.
Is it?
Yeah. Right there.
That's awesome.
That's funny. That's Jimmy Rave, I think, too, over there. Oh, shit.
Hits him with the chair.
Come on, enhancement guys. Help out the boss.
Well, yeah, what are you guys doing?
Maybe you'll get a push.
Oh, now security's here. Okay.
Yeah, well, it only killed the guy.
Look at him. Jeff,
you're all right?
They're all just touching him with their fingertips. Jeff, are you okay?
We didn't know what to do.
We're sorry. We only wrestled on Explosion for 2 minutes.
What is that?
What am I hearing? Oh shit. New Jack.
Okay, so Gilberty doing that probably makes him now a favorite, I guess, to win the Anarchy.
That's okay. I was gonna say, like, I didn't mind the segment, but like, I feel like it almost makes it like kind of a giveaway to me that he's definitely gonna get a shot at Jarrett here soon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't hate it though. I wish I hated it more, but
no, that was effective. But
I'm just gonna say again here, New Jack's out in the ring. I'm so glad New Jack has been here this long. This is so great.
Yeah, he's the type of guy where you can't take your eyes off the screen because you don't know who he's literally going to kill.
I love it. He's awesome.
This week though, it's either going to be Sandman or Sabu or maybe both.
Well, I hate to say it, I want New Jack to win this personally, but I think it's going to be Sabu.
I think Sabu's winning as well.
Oh, he's got a microphone. Cut that shit off. Say something. Okay. You must have forgot about the days where me, you, and Sandman, he's talking about to Sabu, were in ECW. When we was getting drunk, we were on pills. Well, I bet you Sabu still is here, so don't worry.
That's true.
The days where Paul Heyman would bounce checks and that cocksucker hasn't made good on them yet.
That's funny.
Oh! He's dropping F-bombs. And not the ones that they're censoring.
Right. So he's saying that like Sandman bailed or whatever. He did come back.
Yeah.
He jumped off the ship, but then he jumped back on it as it was going down.
But he's essentially calling out Jarrett. Like, you sent Sabu out here, but I don't see you out here.
I'm telling you right now, if there were to be a New Jack Jeff Jarrett match, sign me up, dude.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
By the way, New Jack brought out a trash can, and he's got lots of weapons with him already. Here comes Sandman. I feel like the backstage, they were like, hey, can you guys start wearing your ECW shirts?
Well, it's better than having him wear Raven shirts.
Well, yeah, but he was wearing like the TNA ones for a while and stuff.
Yeah.
The wearing the ECW ones just feels cheap to me.
Yes. It's cheap heat.
Oh, thank God. He walked past Miss Lollipop. I was a little nervous what he was going to do. He's doing his crowd entrance, which is not as effective in TNA, I don't think.
Right.
He just like walks through kind of. He's literally just walking through right now for no reason.
Well, this is going to be like 10 minutes.
Look at him. He's literally just walking.
He's not even interacting with the fans.
No taunting. Yeah, no interacting. What? Oh, here we go. Okay, now he's getting up in some bleachers.
I think one of the best moments was when it took him so long for his entrance that Steve Corino lost to the Harris brothers.
Well, yeah. Oh,
Before
look
he even got to ringside.
So Sabu's music playing, but now they just cut back to Sandman because he's still in the crowd, and now they're about to introduce Sabu.
Is he gonna come out from the actual entrance, or is he okay? I thought maybe he was gonna attack Sandman in the crowd.
Listen, I'm not gonna say that elbow pad is covering up track marks, but it might be covering up some track marks. Okay, Sabu's in the ring.
Jesus.
All I'm saying is I saw him in an independent show before, and his arm was wrapped up because he was definitely shooting up before.
Wow. That is rumored. That he's done that.
Okay, so New Jack and Sabu starting us off as Sandman still in the crowd, literally drinking beer. Dude's got the easiest gig in wrestling, I swear.
Who does?
Sandman?
Well, yeah, I guess when you're literally standing in the crowd, drinking a beer, watching other guys fight, I guess it's not that bad if you can get it.
Oh, Sabu's got a spike.
Of course he does.
He just hit New Jack in the head.
If there's a Sabu or New Jack match, there has to be some level of stabbing taking place.
And here we are. We got the spike. I'm sure the sickle's in the ring somewhere. Oh, my God.
God, dude, come on.
Oh. Okay, so New Jack's bleeding, and then they just showed a real up close. And actually, that's not a spike. I believe that actually might be a screwdriver.
Dude, I don't get it. What goes through your head to be like, hey, man, dig a screw into my forehead?
Wait a second. We were just told that something's going on outside, but we don't really have details on it yet. Oh, wait. Glenn Gilberty is attacking Jarrett again, and we have a little picture-in-picture here.
Well, someone help Jeff Jarrett. Oh, come on. Now we're cutting away from the match.
Oh, yeah. Don't cut away from this. I want to see a death match. Let's go. Okay. New Jack's back in the ring.
If Gilberty doesn't win now, at least I guess he's got a different, like another clear challenger.
Yeah, I agree with that. Ooh, Sandman is in the Tree of Woe. He's got a trash can lid on his face. Sabu.
Oh
my God. He just whipped a garbage can at Sandman's face.
Oh, God.
Whoa. He's pointing up as if there was something hanging above the ring. He's like, should I grab that?
No, he's doing his taunt.
I know, but he kept looking up, and I was expecting them to pull back and be like, should he grab the title?
Is that a staple gun?
It sure was.
God.
Sandman just gave Sabu a receipt with a weak-ass throw of the trash can.
Wouldn't it be the first time that Sabu got shot in the arm?
Okay, New Jack just hit Sabu with the spike now. This is a mess.
You got a fork? What is he, butcher? Oh my God, he's bleeding. Of course, great. Oh, it is. Well, Tanae's saying it is a spike that Sabu had.
So Sabu hit a spike. New Jack just used a fork. I see nunchucks in the ring. Now Sandman's grabbing a table. There's a nightstick.
New Jack's blood is on the mat.
Yep. Oh my God, what the heck? I feel like Sabu doesn't know what to do without like a chair, so he's just like literally like, I'm just gonna hold your face for a second.
And then he got his chair.
Okay, this is a mess.
Sandman off of the apron. Table is set up on the floor. Oh, New Jack's put on it.
New Jack. Okay, we're gonna see it. Sabu setting up the. Oh, I see what's about to happen.
Yeah, he's about to hit him with that.
Oh, okay. Sandman stops Sabu on the top rope before he gets a springboard to the outside, but he hits him with the cane. Sandman's like, yeah, you like that extreme?
Oh, God.
Oh. Well, Sabu in the head with that. Dude, if this not ECW, I don't know what is, dude.
Well, Jarrett's getting held outside.
Wait,
is that Jerry Jarrett?
Oh, is it? I can't tell. Jeremy Borash was out there though. Oh yeah, JB is out there.
I bet you Gilberty comes out. Oh damn it! I thought Gilberty was gonna slam the car door on his leg. That would have been funny.
Oh, Goldilocks is on audio now. Jeff Jarrett is in extreme pain, re-injured his hip and knee.
I don't think he was ever fully recovered.
She said she can't make out who's taking him to the hospital, but... Oh boy, Bob. Look at this shit real quick. New Jack's... Okay, we're in our famous balcony corner. We got a table set up. All three guys here, and there's like one of the like little... what is that called there? Like a... lift.
It's like a scissors lift.
Yeah. And freaking New Jack, dude, is climbing up on it.
Oh, is that gonna go? That's gotta go higher than the balcony, right?
What the hell?
How high is this motherfucker gonna go? He's not that high. Okay, now he's going high.
Sandman tells him to take it up even higher. Holy
That's
shit.
like the same height as the... No, now it's not. Now he's higher. Dude, he's at almost the ceiling.
He's higher than he jumped off before.
100. Yes, he is. 100%.
Oh my god. This dude is fucking nuts.
Oh my god. Sabu moved off the table and New Jack crashed to the floor. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Sabu pinned him.
Well, so kind of I feel like I would say a weak finish as far as like getting the win, but like it makes sense. He just jumped off over 25 feet probably in the air through a table on concrete.
Concrete, yeah.
So it makes sense.
That's probably enough to win. Oh my god. I like how Sandman, even if New Jack hit that, I mean New Jack probably would have won, but Sandman was just on the balcony like, oh, yo, whatever. I don't care.
Yo, this is extreme.
This was crazy, bro. Wow.
And speaking of New Jack, I think he's starting to become a really big fan of us on Twitter, Bob.
A fan of us?
Yeah, he keeps retweeting us. He keeps liking our posts. Bill Behrens. With, Tracy Brooks. Are we going to say it? Oh, he just said, I don't even know your name. She says, I have a sexual harassment lawsuit if I'm not in the ring tonight.
In her back pocket, and the camera checked out her ass.
She says, you haven't done anything to prove yourself. Trinity Desire. She's basically saying we deserve a chance. It gets old being the chick holding the stick. Oh, she's going to make it worth his while. And then she's just slapped Bill Behrens in the butt.
Oh, my God. So she just seduced him, and then Bill Behrens looked at Goldilocks and said, why can't you be more like that, and slapped her ass.
Okay.
So now they're going to hire Miss Lollipop Stalker? Is that what we're doing here?
Well, if not, she has a sexual harassment lawsuit in her back pocket for some reason.
Right. Yeah, what's the sexual harassment guy?
Okay, 4 weeks ago. Yeah, that was a really weird segment, and I think this is a really weird place to put Mystery Girl in, because who knows if she can even wrestle, and she's like, I want to be in the match.
Yeah, put me in.
Like, what?
And Bill's like, I don't even know who you are.
So we're just getting flashbacks to the Harris Storm situation, essentially. So we're not like pretending it didn't exist, but we're acknowledging it to move forward.
Yeah, they're definitely moving past
it. Storm saying in one of the old interviews, it might just be the way I was like raised and grown up, but you don't hang out with the same kind of motherfuckers that you're trying to win the tag team titles from. I just like this where Harris was like, we're partners, he's my best friend, and James Storm's sitting there like, dude, I want to fucking choke you right now.
Oh, yeah. I want to kick your ass. This music, dude, every time it just drives me nuts.
Dun, dun, dun. You need to trust me on this thing. Storm's like, oh my god.
Right here, he just wants to be like, I want a super kick. I want to break your jaw with a super kick so bad right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna win this week. James Storm's like, well, we'll see, okay, Buckaroo.
Didn't he lose?
I think he might have.
Was that the match with D'Lo?
It might have been. It's all a blur.
We got all blend together. Oh, there we go.
Okay, James Storm, Chris Harris, backstage interviewing together here. What is that TNA shirt that James Storm has? If you have that in a size medium, send us a DM at CrossTheLineTNA on Twitter. Oh, it's like an American one.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Mistrust. We're going to find out tonight what side Chris Harris is on.
I'm going to prove you and all these people what side I'm on as I wrestle you in a match tonight.
Well, if they were to wrestle each other, wouldn't that pretty much be telling you that I'm Team Sex?
And that Chris Harris is like, we're putting the tag team titles aside so one of us can win the heavyweight title. What? What? No matter what, you're always going to be my friend. Until you may or may not hit me in the head with a beer bottle.
In like 3 years. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I didn't think he was going to shake his hand. I thought he was going to wait till after the match.
I didn't either.
Whoa, that's a talent. How do you shake just your butt? Bob didn't hear me. Bob, how do you shake just your butt?
I don't know, dude. You probably have to have a bubble butt to do it.
Here comes Chris.
I don't have any butt, so I can't do it.
Listen, I don't want to knock anyone here. Chris Harris isn't looking as lean as he has recently.
What are you saying? He's looking thinner?
No, he's not. Like he's getting a little bit extra on him, but I don't think it's muscle.
Really?
He's like losing definition in his abs and stuff.
Okay. I see what you mean. Because when he turned around, like his back was looking kind of.
Do you look how much baby oil James Storm has?
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Holy shit.
That is a lot. He dumped the entire bottle on his body.
Dude, I've never seen a guy come out with that much baby oil on. Whoa. Who was that?
I don't know. It's just two random girls in the front row.
Who looked bored as shit. I don't want to make assumptions is what I should say. But do any girls enjoy wrestling? I don't know very many.
I think you'd be surprised. That there's one girl on TikTok that is really into AEW. I don't know her name or anything. And then there's a couple of girls that are heavily into Ring of Honor.
I've met
on Twitter.
I had like one friend back in high school, in like junior high, who she liked wrestling. I don't know a whole lot though.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever met a girl in real life. That's
well, and I've certainly never brought a girl to a wrestling show and them enjoyed it. So,
you're telling me Kaylee's never enjoyed a wrestling show?
Oh no! Why did Sarah? When we drove to Connecticut in probably the worst day of her entire life.
She's been heavily affected by that. I'm not even joking.
I
Negatively.
guarantee you, man.
Yeah.
I was in the back seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, oh shit, this was a bad idea.
Yeah, it was.
Harris and Storm. Oh, there you go. Storm gets Harris over the top to the outside. Pretty even so far. Trying to drop kick each other, all that kind of good stuff as partners because they know each other so well.
Why Why was Chris Harris like, what the hell was that for, dude? He just said you're putting everything aside. It's for a chance to win it. Yeah, fuck you, man. Why are you putting me to the floor?
Look at TNA goes, wait a minute. Wait, something's in his headset, actually. Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Storm's about to skin the cat here. Oh, the ladies' match is taking place tonight. Desire, Trinity, and the young lady who attacked Lollipop. Tracy. We just know her as Tracy. Okay, so a 3-way women's match, and the winner gets to go into Anarchy in the Asylum.
Trinity's about to challenge Jeff Jarrett. Give it to her.
Okay.
Do it. Just piss off Kid Cash even more.
Harris laying in the punches.
You're right. Chris Harris is looking...
Not like Chris Harris was. Well, Harris went for the Bulldog, but Storm reversed it. And then he hits him with an insecurity. These two know each other like the back of their hand.
They know what their opponent's going to do before they even know.
This is what happens when you're...
Crotched him on the top rope. Was he going to go for a superplex? Probably.
Let's see what happens.
Hook him up. He's got him hooked. He's going to the top rope. Superplex, he got it.
Storm's like,
oh my. But you know what they need to do? Every time there's an impactful move, they have to get the graphic up from the bottom like they've been doing and just have Sandman show up and be like, whoa!
wow!
Yikes! $15 men and 1 woman. I could have sworn there was 20 people in it.
I think the first one there was. I mean, technically, it's not a Gauntlet for the Gold. It is a different match, so.
Yeah. Top rope elbow drop by Harris. Storm kicks out right in the middle of the...
Could you imagine 20 people falls count anywhere? Just all over the place?
They would have to have 7 different freaking screens on the
It'd be broken up and boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Oh, is Harris going to hit catatonic? Nope, Storm gets out. 8-second red? Nope. Ducking each other's clothesline. Oh, super kick by Storm. Ooh, that was close.
I thought he had it. Wow. That was a good near fall. Poor Ash, must be hyping up the crowd.
Oh,
Harris missing a splash in the corner. Storm on the middle rope.
Oh.
Whoa.
Nice.
Cutter off the middle rope by Harris. 1, 2. No. Storm kicking out again.
Who's going to win? Maybe both.
A draw? I wouldn't be surprised if there was somehow a double pin. You know what? You're both in.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's like, how many weeks have we gone without a double pin? That's too many. Put it
Too
on.
many. Yeah.
Was he going for a jackhammer? DDT.
It did look like it was going to be a jackhammer.
Yeah. Storm was laid out.
If you're following along, we're at 50 minutes and 45 seconds.
Go get him, Chris. What was he going for this time?
Oh, got top rope elbow drop, but Storm moved.
His second attempt in the match, and he missed it, though.
Oh, 8-second ride. Is he going to hit it?
Yep, and gone.
Nice.
Is he going to get him with that?
Oh. Shit. Yeah, he probably should have got him, but...
Wow. He's going to have a heel turn here in a minute, it sounds like.
Storm's getting frustrated, which you know what that usually leads to. You get frustrated, you lose your focus.
You just hit him in the nuts?
No, I think it was the knee, but like the leg, but it looked like it could have been. Sling or catapulting Storm to the corner.
Oh.
Harris caught him with a spear as he went to like springboard back at him.
Kick out again. What do I gotta do to beat my best friend? Mutual respect. Who is gonna get to Anarchy in the Asylum? Trading strikes here. Harris a lefty, Storm a righty. They're staggering.
That's interesting because usually you don't see them hitting out with like on the same side like that. So that's kind of I never even thought about that. Harris.
Oh.
Hold up. Oh.
Storm sits down on a sunset flip and he pins Harris clean in the middle of the ring. Wow. Now, that stuff kind of drives me nuts. I would rather him just win with the 8-second ride or a super kick than with a roll-up.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it's just like the whole partner thing here or what. Maybe that's why it doesn't bother me as much as normally because it's like, oh, he stole it from his partner. But in general, I don't think it's the right thing. No, wait, look at this.
The finishing move is a finishing move for a purpose. Uh-oh, Harris is not going to clap. Okay. The fans are cheering that. Wow. Wait. Is he thinking about it?
Storm don't care. He's still celebrating. Oh, wait.
He's going back. He's gonna beat him up. He had to get the wedgie out first, but he's coming in. Oh. Now he wants to do it, and they shake. Oh, and now they hug.
There we go.
The fans, it's important to know, okay, when Harris was like, nah, dude, the fans were like, yeah. And now that he said, let's do it, they're just like, whatever. So that's important to know.
Oh, boy. Goldilocks with a distraught Eric Watts.
Oh, great.
He's crying about Jeff Jarrett, and Goldie goes, no one believes that you're this sad about Jeff Jarrett.
I don't understand this fucking gimmick.
He was at the mall. He wanted to pick something out that would make him look good. What is happening?
Is he mad that Jeff Jarrett didn't meet him at the mall?
Well, no, he picked out an outfit, and he came here, and he's not even there. He got beat up. Is the belty belt okay? Look at Goldie. She's like, you got to be shitting me. Oh, his phone's ringing. It could be Jeffy Jeff. Jeffy Jeff is the belty belt okay?
Fuck, man. The belty belt, Jeffy Jeff.
What is happening? Wait, Eric? The same Eric that was in WCW? This. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You sure that Eric is interested in coming here? Okay.
So that is that a tease for Bischoff?
I think it's supposed to be, but obviously
that's not possible.
He's holding Goldilocks' hand now. A moment of silence for Jeff.
For Jeffy Jeff.
Jeffy Jeff.
Okay, well, he was rubbing her hand, and Goldilocks kind of raised her eyebrow, like maybe that was nice.
And then she pulled away and was like, okay. And then he walked out. Kind of weird.
What is? Oh, is this the women's match?
Yep.
Nice to know that Tracy's got music.
Out of someone who we didn't even know her name.
Yeah. We don't even know who you are, but you're going to have theme music when you go out.
Well, they better, because if not, she's got a sexual harassment lawsuit. Hey, there's Athena ringside. I'm actually fucking shocked.
How is Athena not in this?
Because Tracy is.
She's got to be pissed. I've been here since like day one, and I don't get a fucking match. But
how do these women wrestle in these boots? What about Alexis Lurie? I mean, there's a lot of women that could have been in this.
Yeah, I don't know how women wrestle in those heels and not snap their ankles.
I love the way that Jeremy Borash says her name. This is Desire.
Who?
Well, she does have a lot of experience, specifically losing to Dawn Marie on SmackDown house shows, but
maybe she'll have better luck in a triple threat, though.
That's true.
Because my understanding is that she's never lost a triple threat match.
Thank God. Trinity's 1 week suspension is up. She's back from New York.
Whoa. The crowd likes her. No doubt about that. Which makes me think that since she's clearly over, she's not going to win.
Oh, Kid Cash.
Oh, well, there you go. This is going to be the reason why she doesn't win. What does he want? You're suspended again.
Yeah, your suspension is not lifted.
He does have a microphone.
Some words of wisdom from Kid Cash.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I just love the way you blow my mind, that is.
And he's got a handcuff around his wrist.
He does?
Yep.
Well, good thing Bill Barons has the universal key.
That's a good point. Oh, think about the way you've been treating him. The pipe dream of becoming a famous pro wrestler. Kid Cash is such a dick.
He's a good dick, though.
Yeah.
Kid Cash.
The KID.
Shove.
You see? Crowd chanting, you suck.
Oh my God.
The guy suck, you should see this chick go at it. Jesus.
And her reaction just is like, yeah, I do. Like, she's just like, oh, whatever. Stop it, kid. You're embarrassing me.
Oh, he's giving her 2 choices.
Door number 1. Yeah, we get it, kid. All right, door 1, door 2. That's 2 choices.
I wonder which one she's going to take. Oh, yeah, let's hear what's behind door number 1.
What is it?
She's like, yes, please. Oh, door 1 is him beating her down. In front of the millions of KID's fans.
Millions is a bit extreme. More like 20,000.
Is the second one handcuffing her and dragging her to the back?
Like the bitch that she is. Or
I'm the boss. Oh, wait, that was still 1. Okay.
That was still all number 1. Kick her ass and then handcuff her to the back. Oh, no.
Oh, getting down on her knees and apologizing to Kid Cash. And the millions of all of his fans.
Is that it?
And then taking his hand and walking up the ramp to the back peacefully. And then fulfilling her end of the contract, which is helping him get ready for his big match tonight, which I'm assuming confirms that he's in the Anarchy in the Asylum match.
He's gotta be, yeah.
She's like, oh. Oh, she grabbed the mic. Let's see.
I'm gonna say, I mean, I wouldn't want to get my ass kicked, so I'm gonna say 2.
Yeah, but if you take 2, you're still gonna get down and you're still gonna get beat up. Oh, she said door number 1, and he just slapped her.
Yeah, it was almost before she could even finish the sentence. No one's gonna help her.
No, they're just watching. Even Siaki, Siaki's a dick, and he's still like, dude, what are you doing?
He's like, what's going on?
He's handcuffing her.
Is he taking her like out of the match?
If so, that's really shitty. Oh my god.
This is kind of uncomfortable. Okay.
Well, it looks like she's out of the match.
Well, she's trying to get away, but
Oh, wait. Security's here. Do they have the match?
Security gonna help her? Oh, as he slams her head first. Desire's even like, what?
I think there's a reason they're showing this. Oh, never mind. They switched back.
Yeah.
They were showing it from a further camera angle.
Yeah.
Sonny Siaki's all of a sudden on commentary.
What is that? Siaki saying that he thinks that Trini's getting what she deserves?
Okay, well, Desire just hit like an enziguri on Tracy. They kind of like stopped show it.
Oh no! Desire tried to do like a sliding baseball drop through the middle and bottom rope and just completely butchered it.
Yeah, so that Kid Cash stuff just got super uncomfortable, and I think that they cut away from it and then like didn't show it for a reason, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that was
But Desire jumping off the steps onto Tracy, whose leg is cut open.
Yeah, her leg is sliced, isn't it? Yes, it sure
Probably
is.
from the guardrail.
Yeah. Oh. Dropped over the railing, chest first. Throat first. Oh, that looks like a good gash.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Okay, that was like barely a kick out at 2. Like the ref's hand hit 3 pretty much at the same time. Let's hear Sonny Siaki's. Wait, Sonny Siaki's like, yeah, Desire's gonna win.
Clothesline out of the corner by Tracy.
Desire's really risking it. You don't want to wear white tights, I feel like. Because if you poop your pants, you're done.
What? Yeah, well, she's got till what? Labor Day, right? Or whatever?
Yeah.
So she's good.
Yeah, she's good, but if she poops right now, it's coming out. First off, it's coming out because they're so short. Secondly, she's done. Tracy's up on the top rope, wearing like wedges.
That's what. Oh, she just jumped off the top rope and basically just put her groin in Desire's face.
Yeah. Siaki's distracting the ref. Look at David Young's on the other one, yelling.
It's my belt. I'm going for the world title. Okay, Tracy.
Okay. I like it.
I'm the uncrowned world champion, David Young. Get out of here.
Oh, look, David Young's getting in the ring. Desire has Tracy into full Nelson, but look at that. Tracy slips out.
Great.
David Young
He
makes
just
Desire.
decked Desire, and then he ran out of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Way to go. Typical David Young. He fucked up. Tracy wins.
It's her belt.
I love how I'm going for it. It's my belt. I'm gonna get it. Like, come on. Could you imagine? I want now to hear Don West have to promote a Jeff Jarrett Tracy Brooks match.
That'd be cool.
That'd be so funny. Yeah,
David Young is so concerned.
Well, he just decked a woman.
Oh, you ready for the interrogation?
Athena a couple weeks ago. No, great. The interrogators. Who are they going to talk to?
Heavy D. Wow, dude. Don looks fucking massive.
Yeah, he does.
Sports Entertainment Extreme. Good concept. Wow.
Japan
over. He said Japan over Puerto Rico because he said Puerto Ricans don't have a lot of money.
Oh.
Jesus. Chris Harrison and James Storm. Pussies? Jerry Lynn Amazing Red. Little pussies. H-bomb. Best finish in the business.
Piece of shit. Zero.
Tag titles they've held. Ron says 20 plus. Ron Killings and Conan. Street Thugs.
Now, Brotherhood is... Are you talking about the Aryan Brotherhood?
Announcers. Assholes. Okay, so I'm just going to say this right now. That made me like them even less than I already did, and I didn't know if that was possible.
They're not a very likable group of people.
Okay, so we have a video package here about to start the history of Red and Lynn as a team, which was literally 3 weeks ago. So we don't have a lot of history, but then right after this, we're going to interview them with Goldilocks.
1, 3.
If you're following along, we're at 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 35 seconds.
All right, so he said 20 plus.
Yeah.
He's wrong. I just looked it up. And it turns out they were tag team champions 18 times.
Well, that's 18 too many, but...
Yeah. Did you know that Ron Harris retired from pro wrestling and began working for a Christian music label?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
The more you know, I guess.
Yeah. Trying to rebrand himself.
The amount of video packages on this show is pretty intense.
Well, you got to give us reminders.
Oh yes, the new aggressive Jerry Lynn. We saw him last week.
I wonder, is Christopher Daniels not in the Anarchy Asylum thing?
He must not be.
I like it. I wouldn't mind having him win.
That would be cool.
Brand new Jalen. That's right. He's more intense.
Yeah. Here we are with our tag team champions.
Amazing Red, a double champ.
That's right.
Only on Amazing Red does that X Division title look huge.
Right. He's like, well, I really respect Jerry Lynn here, and he showed me dedication, so that's why he like champions. And like I had to go home from my babysitter. Said I only have till 10:30. Jerry Lynn's being all cocky. Here we go. It's like the same story as before. He's gonna be the glory hog. Blah blah blah. They're gonna lose the titles because of him. But that's okay. He's being cocky. Remember 2 weeks ago we faced each other? Pointing out that Killings had to screw Jerry Lynn. Like the old Jerry Lynn would have said that's the way the ball bounces, but now there's the new Jerry Lynn. He's not going to put up with it. After defending these tag titles tonight, you and I are going to do it again. Really?
Just business.
And it's another lesson to be learned.
No hard
feelings. Okay, dude. It's time. Tag Team Championship match. Can Daniels survive 2-1? First title defense for Lynn and Red. Sex looking to regain gold.
And you would think, okay, that Daniels, if you don't know the context, you would think that Daniels was the babyface. Dealing with a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
But in TNA, they go against the grain.
Daniels essentially got like a jobber entrance.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I almost feel like I would have. I feel like I would have rather have the 2-on-3. To be honest, I think
I would too. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't feel all that interested in this. If it was like Red against two other guys, it's different because he's a mega underdog. But realistically, I would imagine you would want Daniels to lose.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, why do I care? All that gold. Amazing Red is basically Ultimo Dragon.
I mean, yeah, he's got every title in wrestling.
Yeah, he collects all the gold.
Okay, well, the bell rang. And I believe this is our last match before the Anarchy in the Asylum match, so.
Oh, man. We got like fucking 45 minutes.
Nope, tagged back out. So Red, before he did anything, Jerry Lynn got tagged in instead. So we got Daniels and Lynn starting us off here.
Oh, cheap shot by Daniels. Kicking him, stomping him. Pie facing him. Lynn counters with some right hands of his own. The new and improved Jerry Lynn. He's not going to take shit from no one anymore.
Yes, the new aggressive. He's so aggressive. Look at him. Look at this Irish whip. But he gets reversed. Lynn to the corner. Puts a boot up to Daniels, though. Daniels, Irish whip. Atomic drop.
Taunts clothesline by Lynn.
Ooh.
That should be a DQ.
Back suplex by Lynn. After a couple punches by Red and Lynn on Daniels.
This just feels like filler.
Well, that's it. And you know what? It shouldn't. But it really does. And you know why I think it does partially, too, is because every other match tonight has been a qualifying match.
Right.
Which I haven't, like, really hated. Like, it's kind of, I'm like, oh, cool. We're going to see who's going to be in the match later. I don't know. I'm still, like, excited about it, so.
I wonder if this is, too, though. Hey.
Oh. The middle rope leg drop.
There you go, Jerry.
And Daniels tried to grab a chair, by the way.
Yeah.
Did not work. It was stopped with the middle leg drop. Look at this. Lynn's got Daniels up on his shoulders. Red with a spin kick.
1, 2. Slowest fucking pin attempt there by a referee.
Listen, our referees haven't got to peak roughness yet, so like we still do some stupid shit. Look, Daniel's got the chair again though. Oh, cause Skipper. Oh, Skipper and Low Key.
Yeah. What a surprise.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, he's hitting Red in the knee.
Oh my god.
I thought he was gonna hit him over the head, but he hit him.
That's what I thought too. But he smashed him right in the knee.
Because Red ran with like a jumping knee attack and he blocked it with the chair, and then he just wailed him in his knee.
Yeah.
Flapjack.
Flapjack by Daniels.
Into a single like Boston Crab.
I'm right in the middle of the ring. Will he give up?
Red's He's like, got it. He's done.
Nah, dude. I'm good. Oh. I mean, he just got smashed right on the knee, man. He's not even really selling it seems like. Lynn just came in and jacked Daniels to save his young partner. Oh, dragon screw leg whip.
Yeah, Red fucking wicked spun on that, too.
Yeah, he did.
But he get it to kick out it, too.
Taunting Jerry Lynn. Bass, moonsault. No. Nothing.
I feel like he's barely hit that here in TNA so far.
Yeah, he hasn't hit it many times at all. Red just did like a slow motion code red there.
Okay, is Lynn gonna get tagged in? They're chanting for him.
There you go. Here comes Lynn. One-legged dropkick there. Spear. Pummeling Daniels with the right hands. You will respect me.
Jerry. Oh. Reverse it into a DDT there. No! Kick out! No!
So, if Daniels were to win, it's back to being like the Freebirds rule, right? He can team with whoever.
Yeah. Oh. Nope.
Going for TKO here.
He hit it.
Nailed it. Right in the middle of the ring. One. No, Low Key gets on the apron. So does Skipper. They get decked off.
Oh, is he going to hit the cradle pile driver? Nope. Daniel slips out.
Of course. Of course a referee bump. And it's always Andrew Thomas. Like he's
it always
gets knocked down.
So let's see. Is he going to hear the pop?
Yeah, that's probably what they're banking on here.
Oh, Red gets shoved off the top rope to the floor by Low Key. Now Skipper's in the ring with a chair. Jerry Lynn moved it for the slowest chair shot.
Yeah, and then he hit the mat and he was shaking his hands as if that hurt him a lot. Ooh, STO. Or a flatliner by Daniels on Lynn.
Oh.
Oh.
Jerry Lynn just used the chair on Daniels.
Wax Low Key. Does the same to Skipper. Andrew Thomas is up. Oh, he just smashed Daniels over the head with it.
And
Thomas is ringing the bell.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I was waiting for your reaction.
Bro, what the fuck?
So in the NWA, if you are disqualified in a title match, you lose the titles. Or title. So in this case, since Jerry Lynn used the chair on Daniels and the referee saw it, he's been disqualified, and thus, Daniels wins.
Bro.
Yeah.
I thought that was the case before, because didn't Bob Armstrong make that rule like long ago?
I don't know. I just it's like a long time NWA thing, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think. I don't know.
Oh my God.
But I'm pretty sure that is the first instance here in NWA TNA where a DQ has led to a title change.
I'm almost positive it is the first time, at least that I can think of. Okay, well, we're trying to get an update on Jeff Jarrett.
We just reached 1 hour and 22 minutes, and we have just the main event left in terms of in-ring stuff. So
Stay tuned on the internet if you want an update on Jeff Jarrett. NWA-TNA.com.
I'm sure that's on the Wayback Machine.
Here, I'll try to check while we're on, because it probably won't matter to us by next week.
Probably not. Anarchy in the Asylum. 15 men and 1 woman. We don't even really know who's in it aside from like the few people that have won their matches here so far. The winner is the number 1 contender. Who will prevail?
There's only one way to find out. Oh, shoot. Here we go.
Is that Ron Killings? Or no? That's Brian Lawler.
Yeah, it is.
We haven't seen him in a while either. Right. I think he's going to win.
Okay.
I think he deserves it. You know what's crazy? If this guy were to be a babyface, I think he'd be super over.
Well, it's weird because you're right, but he hasn't really he's really only been a heel in TNA.
Yeah, ever since he turned on Scott Hall.
What the heck? Okay, so D'Lo is out here, but wearing like track pants and like a
what the
shirt.
Hell? Maybe that's his street fight clothes.
Oh, that's right. You could wear whatever.
Yeah, wear whatever you want.
Which I think is a really weird thing to do in a match.
He's looking like the type of guy that you'd be fighting at the YMCA in a pickup basketball game.
Okay, here are our first 2, and we got the countdown for our 90 seconds.
90 seconds? Holy crap. I mean, the Royal Rumble's 2 minutes? I think. Yeah, I think it's usually 2 minutes. So I don't know why I'm freaking out over 90 seconds. But
is it really 2 minutes? Damn.
I think so.
No, you might be right.
Because the 95 Rumble was 1 minute. But I think every other year it's 2. Right? That makes...
What's something in WWE's 90 seconds? What is it? Is it the Chamber?
No, the Chamber I think is 5, isn't it?
Is it really 5 between each person?
I think so. The Rumble might be a minute and a half, but I think some years it was 2 minutes. In one year, I know it was 1. Powerbomb out of the corner by Brian Lawler.
Oh, okay, I'm trying to find some update on Jarrett online, and I don't know where they posted it. So it's not under their news section, and if it's in the columns, that'll be in our thing for next week. So that might be they might have an update in Jeremy Borash's section.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. We have 5 seconds now before our next entrant. The hip hop drop, but he misses it. D'Lo rolling out of the way. Oh, that sounds like Sonny Siaki to me.
Yep, from the Isle of Samoa. Whoa, he's got different gear on.
He's got new tights on.
Oh, I like what? That so much better.
I bet you it was because the last time he wrestled, like his pants were falling down, his thong was sticking out, wasn't it?
It was. Because he took his belt off or some shit.
Yeah, this is way better gear for him.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's so much better. What a low blow to D'Lo by Brian Lawler here. Saki and Lawler whipping D'Lo against the ropes, but he ducks the line. Comes back, double clothesline. The dual clothesline, as Mike Tenay says.
All dramatic. D'Lo just pummeling Siaki with right hands. Another low blow by Lawler. Spits his gum at him.
Jesus.
Getting hit in the nuts and then spitting gum at him. That's a double whammy. Double clothesline to D'Lo.
Hey, we got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's either Harris or Storm. Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be the guy that won.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that it wasn't like both of them. Okay, so it's James Storm.
The winner of the qualifying match.
David Young's
not in the
just...
match.
Yeah, but you know what? It's no disqualification, so really anyone could come in here. Is he Spinebusters? James Storm. And D'Lo, by the way, was just wearing Brian Lawler's glasses and punching him in the corner, which is hilarious.
Oh, Chris Harris.
Yeah, so Harris and David Young aren't in this, but they are interfering because there's no...
Oh, he just splashed Storm in the corner. Oh.
There we go.
And Storm is the first one eliminated. That's going to sit real well.
That's right, because it's over the top as well.
Yeah. That's going to sit really well with them. There's going to be no issues. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, boy. Damn it. Sorry about my damn luck.
What? Oh, Lawler's got a chain or something.
Yeah, it's the chain he wears to the ring, I think.
Looks like a fruit by the foot.
Oh, that sounds good right now.
It does, doesn't it? Choking out D'Lo again.
D'Lo's like, I'm not. Are you down to the brown? Oh, who's this? Oh, Kid Cash. His new songs throw me off. Do you know who you're messing with? Kid Cash.
The woman beater, Kid Cash.
I'm surprised he's allowed to be in this match.
He should be a tag team with Brian Lawler. They really enjoy doing that stuff.
April throwback.
Yeah.
The first boobs we saw on TNA.
That's right. So much freaking shampoo on her tits.
No, I think it was like shaving cream.
Shaving cream. Right.
Which is like, why do you have shaving cream on your boobs?
Yeah.
Throwback to Bruce all of a sudden turning straight. And then leaving and being Alan Funk.
Yeah. And then we never saw him again.
No. Are they chanting Cash is a bitch?
I think so. Cross body on
Brian Lawler and Sonny Siaki are just sitting there. Wait, they all want the pin.
They're all trying to pin. Oh, now Lawler's choking Siaki. What the hell? He's turning heel. Or he's turning face, really, I guess. I don't know. Hammering away on Sonny Siaki. See, these matches, that's all this is like punching, choking. No one's gone to the Florida Brawl, which is like the main draw of the match.
We haven't got any of those kind of guys out here yet.
That's true. Whose music is that?
Oh,
Rick
shit.
Steiner? Well, wasn't he in the original? He was in the Gauntlet to the Gold, right?
I think he was. Yeah, since the first show.
Yeah.
If you don't like me, bite me.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
You don't like the "you don't like me, bite me" thing?
Because when I was watching Nitro, I feel like he said it like every week, so I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. You gotta watch Nitro 99 when it gets on Peacock, because he says it every time. I love it. And he's like one of the top heels in the company in 1990.
I mean, listen, it's catchy.
Yeah. Oh, power slam on Siaki in midair. Oh, damn it. Well, there goes Siaki.
Wow.
He's eliminated. I could see Rick Steiner winning this.
That'd be a fun, like, new... that's a good one-off challenger for Jarrett, even.
Yeah. D'Lo with a vertical suplex on Cash. And down he goes.
Why'd Rick Steiner just pull him back in the ring?
He
Look,
doesn't
even today just said that.
Yeah, he doesn't know the rules.
Somebody
for the new church.
Mike Awesome.
Mike
with
Awesome
a
with a table. He's gonna put Rick Steiner through it. Oh.
Showing some random girl in the audience again.
It took Mike Awesome 20 seconds to get into the ring. So clothesline to Cash.
Oh shit! I like that he walked in and immediately kicked Rick Steiner as if they had this long beef. Fuck you.
Maybe
fuck
they
you.
do. They didn't have a feud in WCW?
I don't remember.
I mean, at the end of WCW, Mike Awesome was in like Team Canada, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then he was Team Canada after the Fat Chick Thriller?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he'd come out in like the bus and like had oh my god. Then he was like
well,
groovy.
that was
or is
no,
that
so,
that was even after that, right?
That was that 70s guy.
Yeah, and then so was he that 70s guy and then the Fat Chick Thriller, or was it? Or I think he was the Fat Chick Thriller and then that 70s guy. I know they're different. Yeah, but it's all like it's very close. They overlap a little.
Yeah. Just Incredible coming in with a kendo stick, and he just drilled Mike Awesome in the ribs.
Who had Kid Cash up in the powerbomb, by the way. Teasing that table spot. Honestly, I'm kind of fine that they're not going completely crazy right now because the camera cuts would be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, they're probably going to do it when it's like the final 5 or something.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. You have to get at least one pinfall in our favorite little balcony area, I think, because if not, what's the point in saying that you can get pinfalls everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, Sabu is probably going to be jumping off the balcony.
Yep.
TNA, Borash must be getting the crowd hyped up again.
I'm trying to see.
Oh, Awesome Incredible have gone to the floor.
Yep. It's Incredible went through the ropes, not over the top, whipping Just Incredible to the guardrail.
Rick Steiner with a backdrop to Lawler.
I wish they'd take the time off, except the last like 10 seconds, because I keep like looking at it and it's bugging me.
Yeah, that's what I keep on doing too. Awesome Incredible are now in the crowd, I think.
Yep, they are. Everyone in the ring doesn't know what to do. D'Lo whips Cash into a clothesline by Rick Steiner. Round the Truth.
Why would you break up the cover?
Because just why not?
They don't know the rules. Incredible. That's beating on Awesome.
That's right. Okay. Ron Killings beat Ken Shamrock, but then lost to Jarrett in November. I think they just reminded us.
Right.
So D'Lo and Rick Steiner keep doing the same like little moves with each other. They whip one guy into the other, and then they clothesline him.
Yeah. The scissor lift is still there. Randomly. Like what? Why is there a scissors lift there?
For New Jack to jump off of.
Other than that, like what are they using it for?
I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe they do use it to set up some of the set and stuff, but
maybe.
Mike Awesome threw a trash can at Just Incredible. Now he's hitting him with a chair. Miss Lollipop is just like standing there like, I want to fight somebody and show my assets.
German suplex by Rick onto Ron Killings.
Look at this. Oh, Just Incredible reverses the Awesome Bomb. Who's this? Someone's coming out. Mike Awesome kicked out of a pin. Who is this? Oh, Tracy.
Oh, Tracy, okay.
She wants her
I'm
belt.
going for the gold. It's my title. I'm going to win the title belt.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, Miss Lollipop is attacking Tracy on the aisle now. Lollipop's tits are going to fall out.
Bob, that's kind of the gimmick.
Are they out again?
Not yet, but they're about to be.
Get Cash away from her.
Oh,
That son of a bitch. Oh, wait, he's pissed at Tracy too. Well, she's in the match.
What is happening?
I guess that makes sense. Tracy is in the match, so I guess that makes sense.
Okay, so Kid Cash put Tracy into the ring. Rick Steiner's like, are you kidding me? Lollipop's dead. Look at those heels.
Yeah, well, they're all going to kick your ass now, Kid Cash. You're a fucking woman beater. Oh. Rick had Cash over his shoulder and then rammed him chest first into the corner.
Okay, what was that, Rudy Charles? That was bullshit.
What was that about?
He stopped the count.
His shoulders were way down.
Here.
That's Sabu now.
No, it's Perry
Saturn.
Saturn. Oh!
Oh!
He just killed Tracy.
Fucking God. Yeah, Tracy's been eliminated.
After... Oh my God. The pile driver.
Right?
The what?
The moneymaker?
Moneymaker.
Wait, Cash just got eliminated.
Wait. Well, Kid Cash eliminated, but we just saw the masked person.
By the masked person, right?
It was very, very quick.
I didn't even see what happened.
Security is carrying Tracy out.
She just got murdered. I mean, yeah.
Guys, there's a lot going on here, and we still got over 10 minutes left.
We almost have 20. Yeah, we have about 15 probably in the show.
Yeah.
The mystery luchador runs out, eliminates Kid Cash. Clearly, it's got to be Trinity at this point for sure. We've got who's in there? Saturn, Rick Steiner, Mike Awesome, D'Lo, Ron Killings, Just Incredible, and Brian Lawler. So basically, this is your mid-card WCW and your main eventers in ECW.
Oh, who's this? Oh, representing Sports Entertainment Extreme. Glenn Gilberty.
Wow.
The Harris brothers are walking down with him.
Should be against the rules. Well, if I'm Glenn Gilberty, I'm just going to hang out. Why even go in? What's the point? Oh, now he's sliding in there, of course. Going after Rick Steiner, probably the toughest man in the match. Next to Saturn.
Okay, things are getting a little crazy. Oh, okay, so Rick Steiner was definitely supposed to go for the top. There he goes.
Oh, man. The Harris brothers aren't even in the match. How can they legally do this?
Well, anything goes. No disqualification. I don't think you should be able to eliminate people if you're not even in the match, but...
Well, that's what I'm saying.
4 more participants are left.
4?
Yep, and there goes Ron Killings as well.
Someone's going through that table. Brian Lawler's like, come on, guys. No, you're going to get beat up. Has everyone been eliminated?
No, there's some guys fighting. Credible and Awesome and Saturn are all in still. Rick Steiner's pissed. He's got a belt in his hand.
Like a belt on the apron. Who's this?
Conan. Oh, D'Lo's in it as well.
Okay, so okay, I thought they all got eliminated or something. Go get him, Conan. You should be the number 1 contender.
Rolling clothesline.
Clothesline.
hits it on the Harris brother. One of the Don, I believe.
The Harris brothers shouldn't even be out here, but they are.
Or no, this is Don. He hit it on Ron. Now he hit it on Don.
Oh la la. Arriba la raza.
You like this shirt? Go ahead, feel. That's enough. I like that you have shorts, underwear, pants, and then probably more underwear on.
Yeah. Why not? Gilberty and Conan are just going at it here on the floor. Now they're into the crowd.
Yeah, Conan's bringing Gilberty toward the sex locker room area, and Ron and Don then go and attacked Conan. 15 seconds, 14, 13.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Well, they tried to... It's like a choke slam, H-bomb thing. There we go. Second time is the charm through the table.
I think Conan kind of dead weighted them. Conan's been eliminated with Gilberty pinning him in the crowd. Bob Bagwell!
Oh. Dude, we've been waiting.
He's back, baby.
But wait, he's supposed to be Marcus, remember? He left as Marcus.
That's right.
What? Did they just say Conan is eliminated?
Yeah, he got pinned in the crowd after the H-bomb through the table.
Oh, I looked away quick, so I didn't see him getting pinned.
Yeah. Don West was just saying that Bagwell, he was like, I think Bagwell teamed with BG James when he came in, right? No, he was with Apollo. Don. Oh, Ron Killing's getting thrown outside of the arena. Bagwell with the blockbuster on Credible, but then Perry Saturn kicked him in the face. Go get him, Saturn. Could you imagine Buff Bagwell challenging for the title?
Sadly, I could for like a one-off, but
I don't want to see that.
No.
Lawler. Well, Bagwell backdrops Lawler.
Well, I think this is a good time to now mention that this is Brian Lawler's final TNA appearance.
Oh, come on. That sucks.
So they did absolutely nothing with the Next Generation, by the way.
Right.
Awesome with a huge splash off the... Did you see how high he got?
Yeah. Why are people breaking up covers? Oh, that's AJ. Here comes AJ Styles.
AJ?
I think Buff got eliminated. I think he got clothesline over the top by Saturn.
There's only one more after AJ.
Who is it going to be?
And I don't know if we know. Oh, wait. Is it Sabu?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Sanders.
Oh.
Sanders is out here, but he just eliminated Mike Awesome.
Even in the match. Sanders super kicked Awesome off the apron through the table. Then he super kicked some more guys and he got kicked to the floor. Wow. With his FUBU jersey. D'Lo's got Credible for a swinging side slam. Yeah, Sabu is the final one.
Apparently, they're saying Truth has been eliminated, but he really just got taken out the back door. But
yeah, he got thrown outside the arena. But that qualifies, I guess, enough.
I guess.
I don't know if D'Lo's performance here has been amazing. Oh, super kick by Credible.
I'm here, Sabu.
The final participant. Really no reference of Raven this week. That's kind of funny.
No, which is a really good point, and that is really odd, isn't it? Although I think it's almost the classic, like, just incredible eliminated over the top by Sabu. It's kind of like he took a big loss after the hype, so then you just kind of keep him on the DL so that he can come back and it'll be big again.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Styles going for a springboard, and he drop kicked D'Lo over the top to the floor.
And he's like shocked, like, oh my God, that was my partner. Oh well.
I wouldn't really care.
He's looking over like, oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, I thought someone was going to come behind him and scoop him out.
Yeah. This is the final four. We got Styles, Saturn, Sabu, and Gilberty.
Well, you know what? Okay, I got two picks here that could be. I think Gilberty is the more obvious choice to win. Just if they want a quick thing. Yeah. But I could definitely see Sabu winning for the reason I mentioned earlier in the show of like he was interfered in the match, and I could see it. I mean, he's had a shot at the title before with Ken Shamrock.
I think if I had to rank them, I think that.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind, they're both gone. Well, I was gonna. Sabu's gone. Yeah, Sabu, you can't go over the top rope, brother.
Well, they corrected it. They're saying Sabu's momentum took him over the top, so it doesn't count. That makes it seem like Sabu's about to win the match.
Could you imagine if he fucked that up? Oh, he got thrown through the ropes. Well, now all of them are to the floor. Well, before Saturn got eliminated, I was going to say in like the final four in terms of like preference was probably Sabu, Styles, Gilberty, Saturn. I think I'd like a Saturn Jarrett match.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's opportunity for Jarrett to face a lot of people. It's just a matter of like doing it.
Yeah.
As long as it's not him and Scott Hall again, because those are rough.
Yeah, we couldn't escape that match for a while.
No, Sabu just dragged Styles over the guardrail, telling people to move the fuck out of the way. We're in the front row. He's like, get the fuck out. Look, someone's holding up a chair. He's like, okay, I'll use it.
Just smash his Styles over that.
In the head. If you're following along, we're at 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 41 seconds.
Final two, it's a regular match, right? Yeah. Basic rules. He's about to dive onto both these guys, isn't he?
Oh, is
Gilberty
bleeding? Ah, fucking classic Sabu. Of
course. And did he even hit anybody?
No, they moved.
That's not safe when there's like clearly beer on the ground. Like he could really fuck himself up.
Yeah, so Sabu did the chair top rope springboard into the crowd, but literally Styles and Gilberty like moved.
They're like, we're not gonna catch you. Have fun. Now Styles and Gilberty have been feuding for a little while, so this kind of continues that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hurricanrana by Styles, some right hands.
Some big ones too. Look, more. Boom, boom, boom.
What three drastically different wrestlers?
Oh, tilt a whirl. Oh.
Nope.
Rolling up.
Roll up.
Nope. Oh. Kick out by Gilberty. They're saying this is the first time we've ever seen Gilberty bleed, and even today saying, I don't even think he did in WCW.
Oh, wow. Styles gets limited. Final two is Gilberty and Sabu.
Well, these two, I think this could get interesting. So Sabu's got the spike, which terrifies me, by the way. But
that's horrifying. Just, oh God, just digging it into, fuck, dude, that's so cringy. I don't know why I hate it so much.
No, I do too.
I think it's obvious who's winning this. They spoiled it.
I think they did too. But like, why did Sabu do that? But whatever. Sabu off the. Are you shitting me? A random ref bump, even though there's like 3 refs ringside. But okay. Whipping the chair into Gilberty's face. Oh, going for the triple moonsault.
Triple jump moonsault. Hits it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's Raven. So Raven is here.
And he hit Sabu in the head with the chair.
Why is he hitting Raven? What?
Raven effect.
What? What? Didn't Sabu help him?
I can't remember who he hit last. Oh, did he hit the Disciples last week? Wait, they just said he might not be under contract, but so they're referencing it. And Gilberty got the pin.
Gilberty wins it.
Okay, so they didn't completely. I mean, they fucked up, of course, but he wasn't the one who won. But they needed him for that Raven spot.
Yeah.
Here comes sex.
I guess this makes the most sense because this has been the ultimate goal of sex, and now they have their shot. Gilberty's going to have to just try to do it himself, I guess.
Yeah, I wish they didn't do the attack on Jeff Jarrett earlier in the show, to be honest, because I feel like that was like the giveaway. And here we go. We got our Where You Can Watch Explosion, which, we fucking can't. But, well, what'd you think, Bob? How you feeling about that show?
I didn't hate it.
Me either.
I'm just trying to think of where I would. It's not a thumbs down.
No, I don't think it's a thumbs down either. My gut's telling me to give it a thumbs up because I enjoyed the pacing of it, like the qualifying matches and stuff like that. And the last match wasn't as ridiculous as I thought it was going to be, the Anarchy in the Asylum. So that alone was oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'll go a slight thumbs up because the opening tag match was good, and like you said, the pacing of it didn't really drag anywhere.
No, I don't think it did either. And I think it sucks, but I think that 2-on-1 handicap match was my only it just felt random, and so it was kind of meh. But besides that, it wasn't a bad match either, really.
No, but, so I would say that was a slight thumbs up. Not bad.
Well, Gilberty is our number one contender.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to do some convincing for me to buy into that, just for Gilberty. But I think the attack was good. Does it spoil the main event? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it absolutely did.
But I think that it helps to kind of build interest in Gilberty as a challenger.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that, like you even said, this was sex. It was their ultimate goal. Was to come and win the title.
Yeah.
So
I think that if Gilberty had help on the attack, it would have weakened it. But the fact that he was fuck it, I'm just going to do it myself. Yeah. And sure, Jarrett's hurt and everything, but that just puts more heat on Gilberty for doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, where Raven fits into the equation, you're probably left thinking, well, he helped Gilberty essentially.
Which
so is he back with sex or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how much he necessarily. They didn't say he was not a part of it, but they kind of just swept it under the rug, kind of.
I think what they're going to end up doing here, so this week he helps sex. I think next week he'll probably attack someone in sex or something. That way, he's a man of unpredictability. You don't know what he's really thinking.
Well, and Raven, that's kind of how he should be. I don't think he should be. He doesn't fit a mold of being in a group unless it's his own outcast group.
Yep.
So it makes sense that he would do that and play both sides. So
I completely agree with that. So that should be interesting. Yeah, that was a pleasantly surprising.
Yeah, and I think that this was the kind of show you want after as big of a show as they had. I didn't expect nothing necessarily amazing this week. I think we come off of such a high last week, and then of course the big disappointment at the end. That like I think doing this like essentially a show based around this Anarchy in the Asylum match is a nice ease into the next challenger and what's kind of next for the title.
Sure. No, I agree. It's a nice it's a good way to start the next chapter. Next part of your book. So.
I think so too. But I'm looking forward to next week. I mean, this week we can start counting down too, but next week, we're only going to have 5 weeks left until they show 50. A really big show. Because next week is pay-per-view 45. The countdown is on.
Yeah, it's crazy how close we are to that monumental moment, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And, if you are enjoying our show, please leave us a review if you can, wherever you listen to it, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc. And give us a follow on Twitter, where all our fun's happening. I plugged it earlier in the show, but we're at Cross the Line TNA on Twitter, and you can follow us on Facebook at TNA Cross the Line Pod, or just type in TNA Cross the Line Podcast, and we will pop up.
Yeah. We don't know anything that is scheduled for next week. They didn't really promote anything that I remember.
No, we don't know anything.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll find out whether in your notes or on next week's episode how Jeff Jarrett is doing. There's nothing to promote in terms of matches for next week, so we'll be going in blind unless Bob Ryder is nice enough to tell us exactly what's going on. All right, you got anything else this week, Dallas, for the podcast?
That's it, Bob. Take us home.
All right, then. Until next week, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line Podcast.
Hey, I'm gonna give it to you.